Hello students, today we are going to solve RRB ALP CBT exam, that is Railway Recruitment Board Assistant Locomotive Pilot exam, right? So Railway Recruitment Board Assistant Locomotive Pilot. Assistant Locomotive Pilot exam, 9th August 2018 paper. Shift 2 paper, right? So if you want to practice all these questions from this paper, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. www.examsnet.com. A very best of luck to you all before we start. If you want to practice all the questions from this paper, you can download our app also. The link is given in the description box. Let's begin with question number 1. Which of the fractions given below when added to 5 by 8 give 1, right? So that means when a fraction is added to 5 by 8, so the sum becomes 1, right? So let the fraction be x, right? Let the fraction be x. That means when x is added to 5 by 8, which of the fraction given below when added to 5 by 8, it gives 1. So the answer becomes 1. Therefore, x plus 5 by 8 is equal to 1, right? So in order to solve this, so let us take the LCM in the left-hand side part. LCM is 8, right? Since the denominator of x is 1, so LCM of 1 and 8 becomes 8, right? And the numerator becomes, so x into 8. Since 1 into 8 is 8, therefore x into 8 is 8x, plus the next numerator will be as it is, because denominator is 8 itself, therefore is equal to 1. Therefore 8x plus 5 is equal to 8. Take this 8 to the other side, right? Therefore 8x becomes 8 minus 5, which is 3. Therefore value of x is 3 by 8. Right? Among 4 options, there is no 3 by 8. So it is better to multiply the given fraction by 2 and divide it by 2. Right? So, or if you multiply both numerator and denominator by 2, there won't be any change in the value of the fraction. Therefore, 3 into 2 is 6, 8 into 2 is 16. Therefore, value of x or the fraction is 6 by 16. When it is added to 5 by 8, it gives 1. Right? Therefore, 6 by 16, option C is the right answer. Question number 2. Choose the correct mirror image of the problem figure if the mirror is placed to the right of the figure. So this is the problem figure, right? So mirror is placed to the right side of the figure, right? Therefore, so mirror image of the given figure or image of the given figure becomes, so here is a triangular part, right? So mirror image of the triangular part will be as it is, right? And above it a plus mark, this will be as it is. And here is a half circular figure, right? Half circular figure, so which is slanted slightly, right? So it is slightly slanted to the left, right? So in the problem figure, it is slanted to the left. Therefore, in the image, this will be slanted to the right, right? Slanted to the right. The semicircular part will be slanted to the right. That means it looks like this, right? And here is a plus mark, right? This will be as it is. So 1 minute. So this plus mark will be as it is, and above which a circle like this, right? Therefore, so the mirror image of the given problem figure looks like this, right? So among 4 options, so look at the answer figures here given below, right? So look at answer figure B, right? It looks exactly same, right? Therefore, so the image of the given problem figure is B. Option D is the right answer. Question number 3. Elements A, B, and C occur as Dobrynin's triads. If the atomic mass of A is 40 and that of C is 137, what will be the atomic mass of B? So here, according to the concept of Dobrynin's triads, right? So the atomic mass of the middle element. So in the given Dobrynin triad, A, B, C are the elements in which B is the middle element, right? So its atomic mass is, or atomic mass of the middle element is, the arithmetic mean of atomic masses of other two elements, right? Therefore, so according to Dobrynin's triads rule, atomic mass of middle element of the triad, middle element of the triads is the arithmetic mean of atomic masses of other two elements, right? Other two elements. Therefore, we have to find atomic mass of B here. Since B is the middle element, therefore atomic mass of B is equal to arithmetic mean of. That means, so atomic mass of A plus atomic mass of C divided by 2. Right? Here atomic mass of A is given, which is 40, right? So here 40 is atomic mass of which element? Atomic mass of calcium, right? So here calcium has atomic mass 40 and atomic number is equal to 20, right? So calcium has atomic mass 40 and other element has atomic mass 137. Which element has a atomic mass 137? Which is barium, right? So barium Ba has atomic mass 137, right? Whose atomic number is, barium's atomic number is 58. Am I right? 50 is 58 atomic number. There is 56. It's not 58. It is 56 is atomic number of barium, right? Therefore, sum of the atomic masses are 40 plus 137 divided by 2 gives the arithmetic mean of them, right? So, which is equal to 177 by 2. So, you'll get 88.5, which is approximately equal to 88, which is the atomic mass of strontium. Right? Therefore, so 88 is the atomic, what is the atomic mass of B? So atomic mass of B is 88. Hence option C is the right answer. So according to Dobrynin's triads, atomic mass of the middle element of the triads is the arithmetic mean of the atomic masses of the other two elements, right? Therefore, arithmetic mean is 88, which is the atomic mass of strontium. So option C is the right answer. Question number 4. There are 361 saplings of mango and neem in a garden. The ratio of the number of mango saplings to that of neem saplings is 8:11. How many neem saplings are there in the garden? So let us assume number of neem saplings in a garden as X numbers, right? And totally 361 saplings. Therefore, number of mango saplings will be 361 minus X number of saplings, right? So number of neem saplings be X. Neem saplings is equal to X. Therefore, number of mango saplings will be, mango saplings are, so total number of saplings which are 361 minus X, right? Therefore, X plus, or here it is given that the ratio of number of mango saplings to that of neem saplings is 8:9. So we'll consider their ratio, right? So number of mango saplings to neem saplings. So mango by neem saplings is equal to 8/11. right? So here mango saplings are 361 minus x by neem saplings, according to our assumption, it is x, right? Divided by x is equal to 8 by 11, right? So we are going to find number of neem saplings, so which is the value of x, right? So let us simplify it. So 361 minus x by x is equal to 8 by 11. Take this 11 to the other side, it becomes into, right? So 11 into 361 minus x is equal to, take this x to the other side, it becomes 8 into x. Therefore, 11 into 361 minus, right, 11 into x is equal to 8x. Therefore, 11 into 361 is equal to 8x plus 11x, right? It becomes 19x. Therefore, value of x becomes 11 into 361 by 19, right? So, simple calculation. So, 11 into 361, you will get, so 11 into 1, 11 into 6, 66 plus 1, 67. 11 into 3, 33 plus 6 is 39. So, 3971 by 19. So, after simplification, so direct division part, 19 into 2 is 38, 1 is the remainder. So 17 cannot be divisible by 19. So 19 into 9 is 171. Therefore, value of x is 209. X is nothing but number of neem saplings. Neem saplings, right? So 209, right? In the garden, there are 209 neem saplings. Option A is the right answer. Question number 5. A sum of money was invested at the rate of 7.5% simple interest per annum for 4 years. If the investments were for 5 years, the interest earned would have been 375 rupees more. So what was the initial sum invested? So students, this question is based on simple interest, which is I. The formula we are using here is simple interest. I is equal to PTR by 100, right? Where P is the principal or the sum invested, T is time period, right? For which the sum is invested, and R is rate of interest, right? That we all know. So here, initially, some money was invested for 4 years, right? Therefore, for 4 years, for the period of 4 years. So we will consider T1 as 4 years, right? So let the sum invested be P, right? In the second case, the same sum was invested for 5 years, right? In the second case, so we'll consider T2 period as 5 years. And here the rate of interest R is equal to 7.5%. At the same rate of interest R, the same sum was invested for 5 years in the second case, right? And in the second case, interest earned would have been 375 more. That means, so I2 is, simple interest I2 is the first interest I1. So if you consider I1 as interest, simple interest, so I'll consider I1 as simple interest, right? I2 becomes I1 plus 375 rupees, right? So what was the initial sum invested? So what's the value of P then, right? Initial sum invested. For that, we are directly using simple interest formula. Here I1 is equal to, so P sum, right? So T1 time period and R by 100. Right? So let P be as it is. Time period is for 4 years and rate of interest is 7.5 by 100 is I1. Right? Whereas I2 is, we'll consider I2, same formula PTR by 100. Principal into time period is, to get I2, so the sum was invested for 5 years. Therefore, time period is 5 years and rate of interest is 7.5 by 100. Right? So now we'll consider I2 minus I1. I2 minus I1. Right? Because we are going to find the value of P, right? Since I2 is principal into 5 years into 7.5% rate of interest by 100 minus I1 is, yes, principal into 4 into 7.5 by 100. right? Therefore, so we can take out P as common. And the numerator, so since the LCM is 100, numerator becomes 5 into 7.5 minus 4 into 7.5. Whereas I2 can be written as I1 plus how much? 375, right? Therefore, we can write I2 as I1 plus 375 minus I1 will be as it is, right? Therefore, we can cancel I1 and I1 here. For 375 is equal to principal into, so numerator is 5 into 7.5 minus 4 into 7.5, which is 1 into 7.5, right? So 7.5 into 1 is 7.5 by 100, right? Therefore, principal P is equal to 375 into 100 by 7.5, right? So 375, so when this is multiplied and divided by 10, so 375 into 10 becomes 3750 and 7.5 into 10 becomes 75. So into 100, 75 into 5 is 375 and a 0. Therefore, 50 into 100 is 5,000 rupees. Therefore, principal or the sum invested is 5,000 rupees, right? Therefore, option B is the right answer. Question number 6. A body of 4 kg is lying at rest. Under the action of a constant force, it gains a speed of 5 meter per second. The work done by the force will be. So to solve this question, we are using the concept of work energy theorem, right? So work energy theorem. Work energy theorem. So according to which the sum of work done by all the forces acting on a body is equal to change in the kinetic energy of the body. So here, so sum of the forces acting, right? Or sum of all the forces acting on a body. So under the action of constant force is given, right? A certain force has been applied on a body which was at rest, right? So sum of all these forces is equal to change in the kinetic energy of the body. Initially, the body was at rest, so its kinetic energy was 0, right? So because of the application of force, body has got some velocity, right? Therefore, it has got some kinetic energy, right? Therefore, work energy theorem states sum of, so we'll write it down, sum of work done by all the forces acting on a body is equal to the change in the kinetic energy of the body. Change in the kinetic energy of the body. Right? Therefore, so work done by, sum of work done by all the forces. So what amount of work has been done, right, on a body which was at rest, so that body gains a speed of 5 meter per second, right? Therefore, this work done on a body is equal to change in the kinetic energy of the body. So that means, so final kinetic energy KE2, right? So which is a kinetic energy formula is half mv square, right? So minus half mu square, initial kinetic energy, right? Final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy gives change in the kinetic energy, right? For example, so body was at rest first, right? Therefore, so its velocity, initial velocity is u, which is generally 0, right? So though its mass is 4 kg, so velocity is 0, therefore its kinetic energy is half mu square, therefore it is 0, right? So after the application of some force, body has got some velocity which is 5 meter per second, right? Therefore, due to the application of force, right, so body has got some velocity which is 5 meters per second. Therefore, its kinetic energy according to the formula, it is half mv square. right? So substitute the value of V and M here. Therefore, so work done on the body, right? So to gain the kinetic energy or to attain the velocity of 5 meter per second, so work done on the body is half mv square. So mass is 4 kg. V is, what is the velocity of the body, which is 5 meter per second. Therefore, it is V square is 5 square minus half into mass is 4 kg u. So initial velocity of the body is 0, right? Therefore, kinetic energy also becomes 0, right? So initial kinetic energy also becomes 0 as we have discussed just now. So half m v square is 25 minus 0. So 2 into 2 is 4, 25 into 2 is 50, right? Since it is work in terms of joule, work is in terms of joule, right? Therefore, work done on the body is 50 joule. Option B is the right answer. Question number 7. Two pipes, when working at a time, can fill a cistern in 3 hours and 4 hours respectively, while the third pipe can drain the cistern empty in 8 hours. All the 3 pipes are open together when the cistern was 1 by 12th full, right? How long did it take the cistern to be completely full, right? So here, students, so we are using the concept of work, which is equal to efficiency into time. Efficiency into time. So when it comes to the case of one pipe, for example, its efficiency is nothing but work done per unit time. Here work done is, it may be filling the tank or emptying the tank, right? So work is considered as filling or emptying the tank. Filling or emptying the tank is called work, right? Efficiency is nothing but efficiency of a pipe or efficiency of more than one pipes per unit time. So that means here time is in terms of hours, right? Work done in 1 hour is called its efficiency, right? So here 2 pipes can fill the tank in 3 hours and 4 hours respectively. So separately they can fill the tank in 3 and 4 hours. While the third pipe can drain the cistern, it can empty the cistern in 8 hours, right? Therefore, so we'll consider efficiency of first pipe or 1 hour work. 1 hour work of first pipe is equal to W by 3. Work by time is efficiency, right? 1 hour work of first pipe is W by 3, whereas 1 hour work of second pipe is W by 4, right? So because second pipe takes 4 hours of time to fill the tank, therefore in 1 hour, right? So it can fill W by 4 or 1 by 4th of the tank, right? Whereas first pipe can fill 1 by 3rd part of the tank in 1 hour. Whereas efficiency of third pipe, here third pipe can empty the tank in 8 hours. Therefore, in 1 hour, its 1 hour work is 1 by 8. So its efficiency is W by 8. Right, 1 by 8 part of the tank can be emptied by third pipe in 1 hour, right? That's what the meaning, right? So here, so we'll consider 2 pipes which can fill the tank, right? Whereas the third pipe can empty the tank, it can drain the tank, right? Therefore, their efficiencies are W by 3, W by 4, and W by 8. Right? So here it is given that, so when all the 3 pipes are open together, when the cistern was 1 by 12th full, right? So when this already the cistern was 1 by 12th full. So therefore, so here we'll consider the whole cistern, right? Whole cistern in which 1 by 12th part of work has already been done, right? Therefore, the total work is equal to, so 1 by 12th of the total work plus the remaining work. What is this remaining work? If total work is W, right? Here total work is W. Therefore, remaining work is equal to W minus W by 12, which is 11 W by 12. This remaining work has been done by all the 3 pipes, right? So how long did it take to take for the cistern to be completely full, right? Therefore, remaining work 11W by 12, right, has been done by A plus B, 2 pipes, whereas third pipe can empty the tank. Therefore, it is minus C in what time? Into T. Therefore, work is equal to efficiency into time. We are using the same concept here, right? So where A is efficiency of A, or the first pipe, which is how much? W by 3. So substitute the values, W by 3, whereas efficiency of B was W by 4. So just now we have taken their efficiencies, whereas efficiency of third pipe was W by 8 into time, right? Therefore, since LCM is 24, so 3, 4, and 8, right? So all the three numbers are divisible by 24, right? Therefore, lowest common multiple of 3, 4, and 8 is 24. So 3 into 8 is 24. Therefore, numerator becomes 8W. 4 into 6 is 24. Therefore, numerator becomes 6W. 8 into 3 is 24. Therefore, numerator becomes 3W. Into T is the remaining work, 11W by 12. Right? Therefore, 8 plus 6 is 14, minus 3 is 11W by 24 into T is 11W by 12. So, we can cancel 11W and 11W here. Therefore, T is equal to 24 by 12, which is 2 hours. Therefore, time taken by all the 3 pipes, right, to fill the remaining part of the cistern, right? Because 1 by 12th part of the cistern has already been filled, right? Therefore, the remaining part of the cistern, to fill that, A, B, C, all the 3 pipes take 2 hours of time, right? Option A is the right answer, where first 2 pipes are continuously can fill the tank. So, for example, if 1 by 12th part, right? So, it is already filled. So, in the remaining part, first 2 pipes can fill the tank, whereas the third pipe continuously it can empty the tank. Therefore, together they take 2 hours of time to fill the remaining part of the tank. Therefore, option A is the right answer. Question number 8. The below figure is embedded in one of the answer figures. So choose the correct figure containing the below figure. So here the given figure is this one, right? So like this. This part is embedded in. So look at the second figure, figure B, right? So in which I am showing now, in this part of the figure, the given figure is embedded, right? Therefore, it is embedded in B, right? That is option C is the right answer. Question number 9. Odisha often faces natural disasters due to earthquakes, cyclones, rainfall, and drizzle. So Odisha often faces natural disasters due to cyclones. Option B is the right answer. Students, there are 13 coastal states and union territory in India that are affected by cyclones, which include the states Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, and Tamil Nadu, and West Bengal, Pondicherry, right, Union Territory, and Gujarat, and many more, right? So therefore, these are the states and union territories, so which face natural disaster like cyclone, right? Therefore, option B, right? So Odisha faces cyclones. So here, students, the remaining options are earthquakes, rainfall, and drizzle. So drizzle, what is drizzle? So rainfall, when rain falls in a very small drop, right? So rain falls in a very small drop. It is called drizzle, right? So here, whereas earthquake is nothing but the vibration of the surface of the earth, right? Vibration of surface of the earth. It is due to the elastic or the isostatic adjustment of the rock beneath the surface is called earthquake, right? Therefore, so here Odisha often faces natural disasters due to cyclones. Option B is the right answer. So what exactly cyclone is? So it's a large system of winds, right? So it's a large system of winds that rotate anti-clockwise in northern hemisphere around a low pressure center, right? So that rotates anti-clockwise in northern hemisphere around a low pressure center. So which is called cyclone, right? So for the given question, option B is the right answer. Question number 10. Who among the following laid the foundation of chemical science by establishing two important laws of chemical combination? So out of four options here, Antony L. Lavoisier. Antony L. Lavoisier. So he was a French chemist who developed the two important laws of chemical combinations, right? And co-authored the modern system for naming chemical substances. So he co-authored the modern system of naming chemical substances. Naming chemical substances. Right? He is also known as the father of modern chemistry. The father of modern chemistry. Therefore, option D is the right answer, right? Antony L. Lavoisier, he is named as father of modern chemistry. So he laid the foundation of chemical science, right? So whereas the remaining options, Ernest Rutherford. So he was a New Zealand-born physicist, right? He was a physicist who gave the famous Rutherford model of the atom, right? So his model explains that the atom contains very small charged nucleus and orbited by lost mass electrons, right? So whereas the second option, Democritus, so he was a Greek philosopher. He was a Greek philosopher. Democritus was a Greek philosopher and scientist also. Who observed that a cone or a pyramid has 1/3 the volume of a cylinder, right? Or a prism with the same base and height. Whereas Joseph L. Proust, so he was a French chemist who gave the law of constant composition. So for the given question, option D is the right answer. Students, if you want to practice such questions from this paper, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. You can also download our app. The link is given in the description box. Question number 11. If 3x squared plus ax plus 4 is perfectly divisible by x minus 5, then the value of a is. So here the first thing is 3x squared plus ax plus 4 is a quadratic equation, right? So it's a quadratic equation. Therefore, this quadratic equation can be written as product of its factors. So it is divisible by x minus 5 means x minus 5 is one of the factors of the given equation, right? Therefore, 3x squared plus ax plus 4 can be written as the product of x minus 5 and one more factor, so which is the second factor. Right? If a quadratic equation can be written as product of its factors, then we can equate easily the quadratic equation to 0. Right? 3x squared plus ax plus 4 is equal to 0, which means x minus 5 into the second factor. The product of the two factors is equal to 0, which implies x minus 5 is equal to 0. Or the second factor is equal to 0. Second factor is equal to 0, right? So forget about the second factor. We just focus on x minus 5 is equal to 0, which implies x is equal to 5, right? So in the given quadratic equation, value of x is equal to 5. Therefore, the equation becomes, therefore, 3x square plus ax plus 4. Is this the equation? Yes. The equation is 3x square plus ax plus 4 becomes 3 into x square is 5 square plus a into x is 5 plus 4. Right? So 5 square is 25 into 3 is 75, right? Plus 5a plus 4 is equal to how much? 0, right? Therefore, 5a can be written as minus 75 minus 4, which is minus 79. Therefore, value of a is minus 79 by 5, which is minus, so 5 into 1, 5 into 5 and 5 into 8. So, minus 15.8 is value of a, right? Minus 15.8. Therefore, option C is the right answer. So, that means first, the equation is a quadratic equation, therefore it can be expressed as product of its factors. So one of the factors is given because it is perfectly divisible by x minus 5. Perfectly divisible by means, so when the given equation, right? So 3x squared plus ax plus 4 by x minus 5. So it gives a number, right? Whole number. So without a remainder, right? So that means it leaves no remainder. Therefore, it is perfectly divisible by x minus 5. Therefore, this quadratic equation can be expressed as product of x minus 5 and another factor, right? So, when the equation can be expressed as product of two factors, then that equation can be equated to 0. Therefore, the two factors can be equated to 0. This is how we are going to find value of x. Substitute the value of x in the equation and equate it to 0, you will get the value of a as minus 15.8. Therefore, option C is the right answer. Question number 12. The following figure is embedded in one of the four answer figures. Which figure contains the problem figure? So here is the problem figure which contains, so here are four figures given, right? A, B, C and D, right? So in figure B, right? So look at figure B. So in this portion of figure B, the given problem figure is embedded, right? Right? So look at this part. Yes, therefore, the given figure is embedded in figure B, right? So which is option B, right? So option B is the right answer. Question number 13. Solve the following, right? So minus 1 by 4 into, so inside the bracket, it is minus 45 minus of minus 96 divided by minus 32, right? So here, in order to solve this, we are following BODMAS rule, students. According to this, first we have to remove the bracket part, right? Remove the bracket. So here, so let us consider minus 1 by 4 outside. So inside the flower bracket, so which is minus 45, right? So remove this bracket, so minus 96, minus of minus 96 divided by minus 32, right? So here, minus of 96, it becomes plus 96 when this bracket is removed, right? So minus of minus 96 is plus 96 divided by minus 32, right? So is this, yes, minus 32 is separate. It is not minus of minus 32, right? Because this negative sign is applicable to only minus 96, right? Therefore, close the flower bracket, right? So now we have to remove the flower bracket. So in order to remove this, we have to go for the operations which are inside the bracket, right? How to go for operations? So for that also we have to follow BODMAS rule, right? So here inside the bracket there is no bracket. So there were two brackets which we have already removed. Next comes off part, right? Off part means if there is any percentage or square root or cube root, right? Or square, right? square part or cube part. Such part should be removed after removing the bracket. There is no off part here. Next comes division, right? So here is the division part, 96 divided by minus 32. So go for that. Minus 1 by 4 into minus 45. So here plus 96 divided by minus 32 is 32 into 3 is 96 with negative sign, minus 3, right? Therefore, minus 45 minus 3, right? Now, minus 1 by 4 into minus 45 minus 3 is minus 48. So, the bracket is removed here. Minus 48, right? So, minus 1 into minus 48 is plus 48 divided by 4, right? So, here also a division part, right? So, here once the bracket is removed, go for division, right? So, 48 by 4 is 12. 12 is the answer, right? Option A is the right answer. Question number 14. If you look into a mirror and find that the image is smaller than you, then the type of the mirror is. So always we'll get the diminished image or smaller image in case of convex mirrors, right? So for the better understanding of this, I'm showing a convex mirror. So outer surface is bulged and the inner surface is opaque, right? Which is opaque, right? So we'll consider it's a center of curvature and focus. So this is the, right? C with the center of curvature, FB its focus, right? So here an object is placed between center of curvature and focus, right? Let AB be the object, or we are standing between focus and center of curvature, right? An incident ray, right? So when the ray incident on the mirror, it reflects back. Since it is a mirror, so it reflects back, right? And its virtual ray, right? So just imagine its virtual ray passes through the mirror, right? So, and here on other side of the mirror, we have focus and center of curvature, right? So just produce the reflected ray backwards, right? So this is reflected ray. So just produce it backwards as dotted line, right? So here ABB size of the object. This is object or any person, right? So let us draw virtual size of the object as A dash B. From A dash, so let us draw a line which passes through center of the mirror, right? So let O be the center of the mirror. So a ray of light passes through center of the mirror. It meets the reflected ray which was produced backwards at some point. Let it be P, right? So from P, draw a normal to the horizontal line, right? So let it be PQ. This PQ is image of the given object, right? PQ is the image and AB is the object. Here, the type of the mirror is convex mirror, right? AB is the object and PQ is smaller than AB. So in case of convex mirror, we always get a diminished image, right? Image is diminished or smaller, right? So option D is the right answer. So whereas the remaining options here in plane mirror, always plane mirror forms a virtual image, right? So image and object are the same distance from the flat mirror. So image size is same as the object size, right? Image is always upright, right? So in case of plane mirror, so image size is same as image size is same as object, right? So the mirrors what we are using in our daily life is plane mirror, right? So image is always upright, whereas in case of concave mirror, so always we get enlarged image, right? And erect image. That's why it's used as a shaving mirror or by doctors to examine eye, nose, or ears, right? So therefore, so for the given question, option D is the right answer. Question 15. In a computer game, a builder can build a wall in 10 hours, while a destroyer can demolish such a wall completely in 14 hours. Both the builder and destroyer were initially set to work together on a ground level, but after 7 hours, the destroyer was taken out. What was the total time in hours taken to build the wall? So, students, this question is based on the concept of work. Work is equal to efficiency into time. Right? Here efficiency is nothing but work per unit time. Here the time is in terms of hours. So efficiency is considered as 1 hour work. Right? So it may be 1 hour work of builder or 1 hour work of destroyer. Right? So 1 hour work is called efficiency. Right? Here work done by builder. So it is given that builder can build a wall in 10 hours. Right? If you consider W as work, T as time taken, right? So work done by builder will be, so his efficiency. So let builder be person A, will consider builder as person A and destroyer as person B, right? Here, 1 hour work of builder A, so 1 hour work of A into time taken by him to build the wall is 10 hours. Right? So his 1 hour work into 10 hours is the total work. Right? W is equal to 1 hour work of A into 10. Right? So in order to demolish the same wall, the destroyer take 14 hours. That means here work to be done is same. Right? So in first case, it is building a wall. So in the second case, it is destroying a wall. Right? So work to destroy. Work to destroy. So will be same because same height of the wall will be destroyed here, right? So same dimension of the wall will be destroyed. Therefore, work to destroy wall W is equal to, so 1 hour work of destroyer, 1 hour work of B, second person destroyer into 14 hours. He takes 14 hours of time, right? Therefore, here consider the first case. So 1 hour work of A. So I'll simply consider it as A is equal to W by 10. So that means 1 hour work of A or efficiency of builder, right? Whereas 1 hour work of B is equal to total work W by 14, right? So why do we need their 1 hour work? Because initially they were set to work together on a ground level, but after 7 hours. So here together they worked for 7 hours and the remaining work was done by only builder, right? Because the destroyer was taken out then. Therefore, so imagine the wall was, that means they were building the wall, right? So total work is equal to, right? So building wall. Here building wall is considered as a total work is equal to, right? So work done by A and B for 7 hours, right? For first 7 hours, A and B together they worked, right? Plus remaining work done by A alone. Remaining work by A alone. According to the concept of work, so work done by A and B is nothing but their efficiencies together or their 1 hour work together into time, efficiency into time. Here only A can build the wall, right? Because B can destroy the wall, right? Therefore, their efficiency, which is A minus B, should be taken. If both of them can build the wall, then we have to take A plus B, right? So A minus B into 7 hours, right? So efficiency, that means their 1 hour work into 7 because B can destroy the wall, right? So simultaneously A is, that means at the same time A will be building the wall, right? And B will be destroying the wall. Therefore, A minus B plus remaining work done by A alone is equal to, so efficiency of A into time taken by him. In how many hours A completes the remaining part of the work? First, we need to consider that, right? So, finally, we are going to find total time taken to build the wall, right? That means first 7 hours plus last T hours will be the total time, right? Therefore, here total work is W, A minus B. So efficiency of A is W by 10 minus efficiency of B is W by 14 into SAN hours plus A into, let T be the time taken by A, right? So here efficiency of A again will take W by 10. Simplify it. So here LCM is 70, right? So 14 into 5, 10 into 7 is 70. And the numerator becomes, since 10 into 7 is 70, so W into 7 becomes 7W minus 14 into 5 is 70, which is LCM. Therefore, W into 5 is 5W. So into 7 plus W by 10 into T is equal to W. So 7 into 10 is 70. So 7W minus 5W is 2W by 10 plus W by 10 into T. So 2 into 5 is 10. Therefore, W by 10 into T is W minus W by 5, which is 5 is LCM, numerator becomes 4W, right? So WT by 10 is 4W by is equal to 4W by 5. So W, I can cancel W and W. So T is equal to 4 into 10 by 5. So 5 into 2. So 4 into 2 is 8 hours. So here A takes 8 hours of time, right? Here time taken by A is 8 hours to complete remaining part of the work. So here the question is to find the total time taken to build the wall, right? Therefore, total time taken is equal to, so first 7 hours, first last 8 hours, which is 15 hours, right? First 7 hours, so this time was taken by A and B, right? So to complete some portion of the work, and the remaining 8 hours was taken by A alone, right? Therefore, totally it is 15 hours, option A. Question number 16. To draw a pair of tangents to a circle which are inclined to each other at an angle 75 degree, it is required to draw tangents at the end points of those two radii of the circle, the angle between whom is. So very simple question. So to draw a pair of tangent to a circle, right? So here are two tangents to a circle, right? So where the angle between these two tangents is 75 degree, right? To draw such two tangents, right? To draw such two tangents, it is required to draw tangents at the end points of two radii of the circle. So end points of two radii. So if you consider OA and OB as two radii of the circle, right? It is required to draw these two tangents. So let it be AP and another tangent be BP. It is required to draw these two tangents at end points of two radii. These radii are OA and OB. R1 and R2 are two radii of the circle, right? So angle between whom is angle between two radii. So which is AOB is, right? So therefore angle between, we need to find angle between OA and OB. So which is equal to angle AOB is equal to. So what is the measure of this angle? For that, so we'll consider the quadrilateral AOBP, right? So in quadrilateral, very simple calculation. So in quadrilateral, AOBP. So in a quadrilateral, sum of its interior angles is equal to 360 degree. That we know, right? And also here OAP, this angle is 90 degree, right? Because angle made by the tangent at any point on the circumference of the circle with the radius, right? Angle made by the tangent with the radius is 90 degree. And also here angle made at B. So angle made by the tangent BP, right, with the radius OB is 90 degree, right? We know that. Therefore, in a quadrilateral, so AOBP, so angle A plus angle P plus angle B plus angle at O, so which is AOB, is equal to 360 degree. Sum of the interior angles in a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degree, right? So, and also we know that angle A is equal to angle B is equal to 90 degree. The reason is angle made by tangent, angle made by tangent with the radius, is 90 degree, right? Therefore, angle A is 90 degree, angle P, which is already given in the question, so which is 75 degree. If it is 75 degree, then angle at the center or angle between two radii will be, right? Therefore, angle B is also 90 degree. Therefore, angle at O, which is AOB, right? Sum of these angles is 360 degree. Therefore, angle AOB is equal to 360 minus 90 minus 90 minus 75. So which is 360 minus 180 is, so 180 itself minus 75 is equal to 105 degree is the angle made by two radii, right? Right? Angle between two radii. Therefore, 105 degree is the right answer. Option D is the right answer. Question number 17. If cot raised to 4 theta plus cot square theta is equal to 3, then cosecant raised to 4 theta minus cosecant square theta is equal to what? So students, we know some trigonometric functions and relation between them, like sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, right? Here we need the relation between cosecant and cot, right? Since the cot raised to 4 theta plus cot square theta is given. So its value is 3, right? So we know that 1 plus cot square theta is always cosecant square theta, right? So using this relation, so we'll write the given expression as, so cot raised to 4 theta plus cot square theta. So in which we'll take cot square theta common, right? So when cot square theta is taken out from cot raised to 4 theta, so we have cot square theta remaining plus, so in the next term we have 1, right, is equal to 3, right? Since cot square theta can be expressed in terms of cosecant square theta, right? Cot square theta is cosecant square theta minus 1. So we'll write cot square theta is cosecant square theta minus 1. And the ready-made value of 1 plus cot square theta is cosecant square theta. So we'll write it. Cosecant square theta is equal to 3. Right? So direct multiplication. So cosecant square theta into cosecant square theta is cosecant raised to 4 theta minus 1 into cosecant square theta is cosecant square theta is equal to 3. Therefore, the required answer is yes, 3. Cosecant raised to 4 theta minus cosecant square theta is equal to 3. Option D is the right answer. Question 18. Madhya Pradesh is related to diamond in the same way as Karnataka is related to. Here students, Madhya Pradesh is the largest and the only producer of diamond in India, right? So Madhya Pradesh is the largest and only producer of diamond in India, right? Similarly, Karnataka. So here students in Karnataka, so in Kolar, Hassan, in Dharwad, in Raichur, right? So in these many districts of Karnataka are the largest producer of gold in India, right? So largest producer of gold, right? So in the districts of Kolar, then Hassan, then Dharwad, and in Raichur district. right? We have gold ores. Therefore, so Karnataka is the largest producer of gold. Therefore, option C, right? So Karnataka is related to gold, whereas the remaining options is silver. So here Rajasthan is the largest silver producing state in India, right? Silver is related to, or Rajasthan is related to silver, whereas platinum, so the biggest platinum and copper reserves in India are found in Odisha and Rajasthan. So Odisha and Rajasthan, right? So platinum reserves are found in Odisha, and copper reserves are found in Rajasthan. Right? Therefore, for the given question, Karnataka is related to gold. Option C is the right answer. Question number 19. The given data shows the registration of bikes and total vehicles for 6 months in 2017 in city X. So these registration of number of bikes and vehicles are in thousands, right? So here is a note. In the chart, the first number represents bikes and the second number represents total vehicles. So here, students, the first number means in white part, right? So this white part represents number of bikes, whereas gray part represents number of total vehicles. Total vehicles. Right? So here the question is, based on the given data, the increase in the registration of vehicles other than bikes in April in comparison of January 2017 is. So that means we have to find number of vehicles registered in the month of April and January, right? Other than bikes. It is given that other than bikes, right? So we'll consider vehicles registered in April, in the month of April. So other than bikes means we have to subtract number of bikes registered here, right? Other than bikes. So here, so from the graph, it is clear that in the month of April, so total vehicles registered were 35,000 in terms of thousand. So other than bikes means, so number of bikes registered were 20,000. So 35,000 minus 20,000 is 15,000. Right? Whereas in the month of January, right? So vehicles registered in January, other than bikes, right? Other than bikes is equal to, in the month of January, so total vehicles registered was 27,000, and in which 21,000 were bikes, right? Therefore, it is 6,000 vehicles registered other than bikes, right? So here, when you compare the month of January, number of vehicles registered in the month of January, so in the month of April, more number of vehicles were registered. So therefore, increase, right? So increase in the registration. Increase in the registration is so 15,000 minus 6,000. So which is 9,000, right? 9,000 more vehicles were registered in the month of April. So compared to the month of January, right? Therefore, so look at the options. Option D is the right answer. Question number 20. If a plus b plus c is equal to 0, then a cube plus b cube plus c cube, the whole square is equal to. So students, to solve this, we are using the formula of a plus b plus c, the whole cube, right? Which is equal to a cube plus b cube plus c cube plus 3 times a plus b into b plus c into c plus a. Right? So using this formula, so here a plus b plus c is 0. So it becomes 0 the cube is equal to a cube plus b cube plus c cube plus 3 times a plus b can be written as minus c, right? Since a plus b plus c is equal to 0, a plus b is equal to minus c. Therefore, I'll write it as minus c. And b plus c is equal to, again by the same equation given here, b plus c can be written as minus a, right? Into c plus a. So c plus a is equal to minus b, right? So minus b. Therefore, a cube plus b cube plus c cube. So minus into minus into minus, it becomes minus 3abc is equal to 0, right? Therefore, a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to plus 3abc. Right? Here the question is a cube plus c cube plus, sorry, a cube plus b cube plus c cube, the whole square. So square it. So a cube plus b cube plus c cube, the whole square is equal to 3abc, the whole square, which is, so 3 square is 9, a square, b square into c square. Right? Therefore, option B is the right answer. 9a square, b square, c square. Students, if you want to practice all the questions from this paper, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. You can also download our app. The link is given in the description box. Question 21. Consider the argument and decide which of the given assumptions is or are implicit. So here the argument is public smoking is an offensive under the law, right? Here assumptions are smoking is injurious to the health of the person who smoke. And the second assumption is smoke is injurious even to others' health in public. So in the public places, right? So here students, the argument is talking about smoking in public, right? So argument is talking about smoking in public. Right? Here assumption 1 says smoking is injurious to the health of the person who smoke. It is not talking about health of the person, right? So smoking in public is concerned, therefore, so assumption 1 is not implicit. It is not implicit. Right? So if one person smokes in public, then his smoking affects other person, right? Other person's health too. Therefore, so smoke is injurious even to others' health in the public places. Therefore, second assumption is implicit. This is implicit. Therefore, so only assumption 2 is implicit. Option C is the right answer. Question number 22, choose the correct alternative which will complete the series. So here, very simple logic. The first word act starts with letter A and the second word egg starts with E and third word ink starts with letter I, right? Just focus only on first letters. First letters are A, E and I, right? So these are the vowels, right? So when vowels are arranged in order, so they are A, E, I, O, U, right? According to the alphabetical order of vowels, alphabetical order, right? So these vowels are arranged, right? When these are arranged in alphabetical order, so their order will be A, E, I, O, U, right? So the first letters of the given three words are A, E, and I respectively, right? Therefore, the fourth word, right? So in which the first letter should be O. In the fourth word, first letter should be O, right? Therefore, the fourth word starts with O, and among four options, only one word starts with O, which is old. Therefore, fourth word should be old, right? So the words start with the vowels in alphabetical order, right? Therefore, fourth word should be option B. Question 23. Which state government has made Yoga Guru Ramdev Baba as the brand ambassador of yoga and Ayurveda? So here students, Haryana government has made. So Haryana government declared Yoga Guru Ramdev Baba as the brand ambassador of yoga and Ayurveda to promote yoga and Ayurveda in Haryana, right? To promote yoga and Ayurveda in Haryana. in Haryana. So it was declared by Haryana's Minister of Sport and Health, Anil Vij. So declared by Sport and Health Minister, Anil Vij. Anil Vij. So for the given question, option A is the right answer. Question 24. Consider the given statements as true and decide which of the given conclusions can definitely be drawn from the given statements. So here are the two conclusions, right? So before that, we'll consider the statement. People think that paying tax to government is a burden and waste. Hence, they avoid paying tax and don't pay tax promptly. So the conclusions are, government should create awareness among the people that paying tax helps to build nation. So the second one is tax should be increased so that more money is collected. Here students, if government creates awareness among people about paying tax, then the people will come to understand that paying tax to government is not a waste or burden, right? Therefore, so conclusion 1 follows. Conclusion 1 follows, right? So here, so in conclusion 2, so increasing tax won't help to collect more money, right? Therefore, it doesn't follow. So doesn't follow. Therefore, so only conclusion 1 follows. Option B is the right answer. Question 25. The main cause of rancidity in foods is the dash of fats and oils. Hydrolysis, oxidation, clarification, and reduction. So here, main cause of rancidity in foods is the oxidation of fats and oils. Right? So when fats and oils in food oxidize, the taste and smell of the food changes. This is called rancidity, right? So when fats and oils, right, in food, so they oxidize, so the smell and taste of the food changes, right? It is called rancidity. So after oxidation, oxidize, so smell and taste changes. This is called rancidity, right? So rancidity. So here fats and oils oxidize and become rancid when they exposed to sunlight. So when they exposed to sunlight, they oxidize, right? For example, oil can go rancid due to the decomposition of fats it contains, or milk can go rancid due to not heating it in a humid setting, right? So for example, one more example is, yeah, spoiling food, right? So rancidity is nothing but spoiling of food such that it becomes unsuitable and undesirable for the consumption, right? So these are the examples for rancidity, right? So here we can control rancidity. So like antioxidants may be added to foods, right? Controlling rancidity. Controlling rancidity. So it can be possible by adding antioxidants. Antioxidants to foods. So that they do not oxidize when they are exposed to sunlight, right? So by keeping food in a tightly sealed jar. So by keeping in sealed jar. Sealed jar. So for example, pickles, right? So food that has been refrigerated will also help to reduce rancidity. So refrigeration. Right? So these are the methods to control rancidity. So for the given question, main cause of rancidity in foods is the oxidation of fats and oils when they are exposed to sunlight, so oxidized. So these foods or fats and oils, so they do get oxidized. Therefore, option B is the right answer. Question 26. Which of the answer figures is correct water image for the given problem figure? So here water image is nothing but so upside down image, right? Or inverted image. Inverted image. It is not the mirror image. So for example, when an object is placed here, so in front of which when the mirror is placed, you will get mirror image. Right? So here for the given problem figure, so water image means if the problem figure is here, its image will be inverted. Inverted image. Right? So it is upside down of the given problem figure, right? Therefore, so here problem figure is like this, right? So in its inverted image, so these three lines will be, right, to the bottom, right, to the bottom side. So in option A, C, and D, we have bottom three lines, right? So no need to consider option B then, right? Right? And also these three vertical lines, so will be as it is. Yes, we do have three vertical lines in all these options, A, C, and D. And this part, right? This part which I am showing now, right? So this will be exactly inverted. That means this will be to the left bottom corner. So in all three A, C, and D, we have the same figure in the left corner, right? Left bottom corner. And so towards its end, there is an opening, right? In option D, we do not have opening here, right? So towards the end of this part, right? Therefore, option D is not the answer. It is closed instead here. Whereas in option A, we have an extra part, right? So at the corner, this one, which I am showing now, this is not possible. Therefore, option A is not the inverted image, whereas option C is exactly, right? Exactly inverted image of the problem figure. Therefore, so water image of the given problem figure is C, right? So figure C, hence option A, right? Option A is the right answer. Question 27. Mr. X starts from a point A, travels 80 km towards west and takes a left turn, travels 50 km and reaches point B. What is the shortest distance between points A and B? So we'll consider the directions first. So north, south, east and west. East and west. Right? So Mr. X starts from a point A. So we'll consider a point A here, somewhere here, right? So he travels 80 km towards west. So towards west means in this direction. Towards west, right? And he travels 80 km. And he takes left turn. Left turn means so towards south. When that person is facing to the west direction, right, his left becomes to our south, right? So he takes left turn and travels 50 km. So to the south he travels 50 km and reaches point B, right? What is the shortest distance between points A and B? So let us join A and B. This becomes the shortest distance, right? So because of his directions, right? So directions to which he has traveled, we have got a right angle here, right? Point where he stopped, right? So at which we have a right angle. So use the Pythagoras theorem for the right angle, we can find the shortest distance. Shortest distance. Right? So according to Pythagoras theorem, so square of the hypotenuse AB square is equal to, so sum of the squares of the remaining two sides, AP square plus PB square. Right? So using Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. Right? So square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of the remaining two sides. Therefore, AB square is AP square is AT square plus 50 square. So 80 square is, so since 8 square is 64, so 2 zeros, 6,400, and 50 square is 2,500, right? So AB square is, so 6,400 plus 2,500 is 8,900. Am I right? So 8,900 can be written in terms of multiples of 100, right? So 100 into 89. Right? So it is AB square. Therefore, AB is equal to root of 100 into 89. So which is equal to, so root of 100 into 89, root of 100 is 10, root 89, right? So AB is the shortest distance, 10 root 89, right? 10 root 89, so kilometers. Unit is in terms of kilometers. So 10 into root 89, option D is the right answer. So this is the shortest distance between A and B. Question 28. The mean height of 25 boys in a class is 150 centimeter and the mean height of 35 girls in the same class is 145 centimeter. The combined mean height of 60 students in the class is, so approximately, right? So here we are using the concept of mean or average. So mean is equal to the total height of the class, or in terms of, if it is the total height of boys, so or mean height of boys, it becomes total height of boys. If it is mean height of girls, so total height of girls it becomes. So generally we take total height divided by number of students, right? Therefore, so mean height is equal to total height divided by number of students, right? Using this formula, we'll consider number of boys, girls, and total class strength separately, right? So number of boys, girls, and the total, right? Therefore, so here in the class, number of boys is equal to 25, right? So the mean height of 25 boys in the class is 150 centimeter. Therefore, so we'll consider mean height of boys is equal to 150 centimeter and mean height of 35 girls. So number of girls is equal to 35 and their mean height is equal to 145 centimeter. Combined mean height of 60 students in the class. So total students are 60 students, right? So combined mean height of 60 students, we need to find their mean height. To find that, we need total height of the whole class. To find mean height of the whole class, we need total height because we have already known number of students, which is 60. So total height should be calculated, right? So what is total height of the class? For that, we need total height of boys and girls, right? So just adding them, we get total height of the whole class. Therefore, so we'll consider total height of boys and girls now. Since mean height of boys and number of boys, we know that, right? Therefore, total height of boys is equal to, so from the formula, total height is mean height into number of students using the formula, right, for mean height. So it is mean height of boys 150 centimeter into number of boys are 25, right? So 25 into 5, which is 125, 25 into 125. So 35, 37, 3,750 centimeter is total height of boys in that class, whereas total height of girls in the class is equal to, so mean into number of girls, 145 into 35. So direct multiplication. So you will get 145 into 35, right? So 35 into 5 and 35 into 4. Yes, you will get 5,075 centimeter. 75 centimeter is total height of girls in that class. Therefore, total height of whole class is equal to, so number of boys height. So total height of boys height plus total height of girl's height. Girl's height. So which is equal to 3,750 plus 5,075. So is equal to, so you will get 8,825 centimeter is total height of the whole class. Here what is asked in the question? Combined mean height of 60 students. What is mean height then? Therefore, mean height of the whole class is equal to the total height by number of students. By the formula, it is 8,825 divided by, so in the whole class there are 60 students, right? So boys 25 and girls 35. Together it is 60. So since total height is 8,825 divided by 60, so you will get 147.083 centimeter as mean height of the whole class. 147.083. So it is asked to find the approximate mean height, so which is approximately equal to 147 centimeter. Right? Mean height of the whole class is 147 centimeter. Option D is the right answer. Question 29. Which of the following serves as a nutritive tissue for the growing embryo? So for the growing embryo, endosperm serves as a nutritive tissue, right? So endosperm is a tissue, right? So that surrounds the embryo. So for example, so we'll consider the embryo here. This is embryo. In the seeds of angiosperms. So we find embryo. So it's the tissue endosperm. It surrounds the embryo. So we'll consider the tissue. Right? This tissue is, yes, endosperm. Right? So it surrounds the embryo in the seeds of angiosperms, and it provides nutrition to it in the form of starch and protein. So it provides nutrition in the form of protein and starch. Right? So whereas the remaining options are ovule. Ovule means it is present inside the ovary, right? What exactly ovary? So ovary is a female reproductive organ, right? So that produces female gametes, and after fertilization, it develops to become a fruit. So it's a female reproductive organ. Right? Whereas ovule is, it's present inside the ovary, right? So present inside the ovary. So that develops into female reproductive cells, right? And after fertilization, it develops into a seed. So develops into a seed, whereas ovary develops into a fruit. So here zygote, last option is zygote. So the egg fertilized by the sperm is called zygote. Egg fertilized by sperm is called zygote, right? So whereas for the given question, so here endosperm serves as a nutritive tissue for the growing embryo, right? It surrounds the growing embryo and it provides the nutrition in the form of protein and starch. Option C is the right answer. Question number 30. Choose the incorrect word pair from the given alternatives. So carpenter is related to hammer. So here carpenter, it's a profession, right? And the tool used here is hammer, right? Therefore, so the logic here is, so a profession and the corresponding tool used in the profession, right? Corresponding tool. Right? Here, crane is used by the builder, right? So crane is used by the builder. So the same arrangement. So here, builder is a profession and tool used here is crane, right? So here, computer writer. So computer is used by writer. So arrangement is same. So here, computer is a tool, right? So computer is a tool and writer is profession. And the first two options also. So carpenter is a profession, right? And hammer is the corresponding tool, right? Crane is a tool and builder is by profession, right? So here axe writer. So axe is used by logger, not by the writer, right? So here axe is used by logger, right? Therefore, the tool is axe here, so not the particular profession here. So writer uses either pen or computer, such things, right? Therefore, option D is the answer, which is incorrect word pair, right? Option D is the answer. Question 31. The 2016 Olympics was held in which city? So 2016 Olympics was held in Rio de Janeiro city, right? So Rio de Janeiro, option C is the right answer. So Rio de Janeiro was elected as the host city for 2016's Summer Olympics, right? So in which PV Sindhu won silver women's singles badminton, right? So in which PV Sindhu won women's singles badminton. Singles badminton. Right? So gold medal. And whereas Sakshi Malik won bronze medal in women's freestyle 58 kg category wrestling. Right? Sakshi Malik. Malik won. So in 58 kg category wrestling, she won bronze medal. Right? So option C is the right answer, whereas the remaining options, Paris. So in Paris, so 2024 Olympics will be happening, right? So in 2024, so the next Olympics will be in Paris, whereas in Mexico City, so Mexico City, the Olympics was, so in which year it was? In the year, I think 2020, right? So whereas in London, it was in the year 2012, right? Therefore, yes, option C is the right answer. Rio de Janeiro. So in this city, so 2016 Olympics was held. Question number 32. Find the value of the given expression. So here, to solve this, we are following BODMAS rule. So in order to solve any expression, students, we need to follow BODMAS rule, according to which bracket part in the given expression should be removed first, if there is any, right? So while solving the bracket part also, so first we have to remove the parenthesis part, right? So this is called parenthesis or open bracket. So in general term, right? So after that, we have to remove the flower bracket. After removing the flower bracket, go for square bracket or closed bracket, right? Square bracket. Therefore, so let us go for removing the bracket part, right? So 27 minus, first we need to remove the parenthesis part, right? So which is inside the flower bracket, right? So the square bracket part will be as it is, 38 minus, even the flower bracket part will be as it is. Let us first remove the parenthesis part, this part, right? 15 minus 13 minus 2. So which is equal to 15 minus 15. So inside the bracket also, we have an operation which is subtraction. Directly go for that. 15 minus 13 is 2, minus 2 is 0. Therefore, we have 0 inside the parenthesis. Close the flower bracket, even close the square bracket. Right? So next comes flower bracket. So after removing the parenthesis, go for flower bracket. So 27 minus, so inside the square bracket, this part will be as it is. So 46 minus 0 is 46 itself. So 38 minus 46. Hence we have removed flower bracket. Right? So next go for square bracket. 38 minus 46 is equal to minus 8. Right? So minus 8, minus of minus 8 is plus 8. 27 plus 8 is equal to 35. Right? So after removing the bracket, so if there is any off part, like off part are nothing but percentage or squares or cubes or square roots or cube roots. These parts are called off parts. Next comes division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So we don't have division of and multiplication part in this question. We only have addition and subtraction. So the answer is 35. Option A is the right answer. Students, if you want to practice such questions from this paper and many more entrance exam question papers, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. You can also download our app. The link is given in the description box. Question 33. The Kathopanishad captures the conversation between a young boy named Nachiketa and a god. Which of the following gods is talking to Nachiketas? So here students, Katha Upanishads or Katha Upanishad is the most widely known of all the Upanishads and consists of 2 chapters. So Katha Upanishad consists of 2 chapters. So chapter 1 and 2. Chapter 1 and chapter 2. Each chapter is divided into 3 sections, right? So in each chapter, we have 3 sections, section 1, section 2, and section 3, right? So in each chapter, section 1, 2, and 3, right? So it consists of the story of a little boy named Nachiketa, right? So in section 1, so it consists of a story of a little boy Nachiketa, who was the son of sage Vajasravasa, right? So Nachiketa was the son of sage Vajasravasa. Right? So once Nachiketa met Lord Yama and discussed the nature of man, knowledge, soul, and moksha. Right? So he discussed Lord Yama and discussed the nature of man, knowledge, soul and moksha. Therefore, so option A is the right answer. Question 34. The focal length of a concave mirror with radius of curvature 20 centimeter is a very simple question. So here focal length is related to radius of curvature as F is equal to radius of curvature by 2. Right? So very simple, radius of curvature is given 20 centimeter. So by 2 gives a focal length which is 10 centimeter. So focal length of the concave mirror is 10 centimeter. Option D is the right answer. So what actually focal length is? Right? So it is the distance between center of the lens or mirror, right? And the focal point of the mirror, right? So distance between the center of the mirror or lens and the focal point of the mirror. So what is focal point? So point where parallel rays of light meet or appear to meet, right? For example, we'll consider a concave mirror. right? So concave mirror, this is opaque surface. So we'll consider ray of light. So this is, so center of the mirror. So let it be R, center of the mirror, right? So an object, right? So through which, yes. So it reflects back and it passes through the focal point, right? Right? So here, so what is asked? Focal length of the concave mirror. So what is radius of curvature? So radius of curvature means, so the radius of the mirror itself, right? Right? From the point what we have drawn the mirror, right? Or the arc here. So this point is R, and the distance between R to let the point of contact of this ray of light to the mirror be O, right? RO is radius of curvature. RO is radius of curvature. So the distance between center of the mirror to the vertex, which is located on the local optical axis, is called radius of curvature. Right? So half of it is the focal length. So right, I'll consider this as focus or focal point. Half of radius of curvature is focal length. So RF is equal to FO here, right? F lies exactly between R and O here, right? Therefore, so focal length of the concave mirror is 10 centimeter. Option D is the right answer. Question 35. The given Venn diagram represents the students who can speak different languages. According to it, the total number of students who can speak exactly 2 languages, right? So who can speak exactly 2 languages means they can speak English and Hindi, or they may speak Hindi and Tamil, or they may speak English and Tamil, right? So exactly 2 languages, how many number of students can speak, right? So those who speak English and Hindi are English and Hindi. Are how many students can speak English and Hindi? So here is a common part in the Venn diagram, which is L, right? So L number of students can speak English and Hindi, both the languages, right? And those who can speak English and Tamil. English and Tamil. How many students can speak English and Tamil? M number of students, right? So the common region between Tamil and English, only these two regions, right? The common region is M. Therefore, M students can speak Tamil and English, and those who can speak Hindi and Tamil are O number of students. So totally it is L plus M plus O number of students. Total number of students who can speak exactly 2 languages is L plus M plus O. Hence option A is the right answer, right? So total students are L plus M plus O, option A. Question 36. A battlefield always has arrows, elephants, chariots, soldiers. So it has always soldiers, right? A person going in the battlefield should have a weapon, right? So it may be arrows, elephants, or chariots. But battlefield always has soldiers, right? Therefore, option D is the right answer. So it always has soldiers. Question 37. The surface area of 3 faces of a cuboid sharing a vertex are 20 meters square, 32 meters square, and 40 meters square. What is the volume of the cuboid? So we'll consider a cuboid, students. Here, the surface areas of 3 faces of a cuboid, right? So which are different, right? Therefore, so whose dimensions are different. So in case of cuboid, so here length, breadth, and height are different since the surface areas are different, right? Sharing a vertex. So they are sharing a common vertex, right? So if you consider a vertex like, for example, we are considering vertex V or vertex P, for example, right? So we'll consider vertex P here, right? So 3 faces are sharing single vertex. That means So face 1, this is the front face. So left face, that it be 2, and the bottom face, that it be 3. So 3 faces are sharing same vertex, right? And whose area, surface areas are 20, 32 and 40, right? So if you consider surface area A1 is equal to, so length of the cuboid into height, right? Height of the cuboid. So first surface area is equal to length into height, right? So whereas the second area, so it is height into breadth, right? The second area is, so height into breadth, right? So all these areas are in the shape of a rectangle, right? So rectangular area. So rectangular area is equal to length into breadth. If it is height, it is length into height. If it is breadth and height, it is breadth into height, right? So product of its dimensions is its area. Therefore, so all the three faces are in rectangular shape. Therefore, their areas are the product of their dimensions, right? So here, so third area, right? So surface area of third face is length into breadth, right? And their areas are given. So if you consider one of the areas as 20 meters square, second area as 32, and the third face area is 40 meters square. So we have to find volume of the cuboid. To find volume, so what is the formula for volume of a cuboid? Volume of a cuboid is product of its length, breadth and height, right? So length into breadth into height. So first we need to find its length, breadth and height, right? So here L into H is 20 by, right, 20 meters square. So LH is equal to 20 meters square, right? Therefore, I'll consider length. Length is equal to 20 by H, right? So now consider third area, right? Length into breadth is 40. But I'm considering length as 20 by H. 20 by H into B is equal to 40. Right? So let me express height in terms of breadth. So since H into B is 32, therefore H can be written as 32 by B. Am I right? Now we'll consider this formula which I am showing. So 20 by H can be written as 32 by B into B is 40. This B in the denominator goes to numerator, right? Denominator of the denominator goes to numerator. Therefore, it becomes 20 B square by 32 is equal to 40. Hence, B square becomes 40 into 32 by 20. So, 20 into 2 is 40. 32 into 2 is 64. Hence, value of B is root of 64, which is 8, right? So unit is meter. So breadth of the cuboid B is equal to, so if B is breadth, it is 8 meter, right? Therefore, length becomes, since L into B is 40, right? L into B is 40. Since breadth is 8 meter, so length becomes 40 by 8. So which is 5 meter, right? So length becomes 5 meter. 8 into 5 is 40. Therefore, height, right? So height into breadth is 32. Or you can take the first equation also. Length into height is 20, right? Therefore, height is equal to 32 by, so what is breadth? 8, right? So which is 4 meter, right? Length is 5, breadth is 8, right? And height is 4. Height is 4 meter. Value of H is 4. Therefore, volume of the cuboid is length into breadth into height. So 8 into 5 into, so length is 5 meter, breadth is 8, height is 4. So which is 160 meter cube. So 8 into 5, 40 into 4 is 160. Unit is meter cube is volume of the cuboid. Option C is the right answer. Question 38. An object with a mass of 22 kg moving with a velocity 5 meter per second possesses kinetic energy. So here we'll consider an object whose mass is 22 kg and moving with the velocity. So this is a moving object. So with velocity v is equal to 5 meter per second. Right? So because of its motion, it has got some kinetic energy. So what is kinetic energy? So kinetic energy formula says, so half into m into v square, right? So kinetic energy of a body is equal to half mv square, where m is mass of the body, v is velocity. Directly substitute the values. Half into mass is 22 kg and velocity is 5 meter per second. So no need to convert the units here. So all the units are in SI units, right? So 22 into 11 is, 2 into 11 is 22. So 11 into 5 is 55. Am I right? Meter per second, kg, right? So in SI units, unit of mass is kg. Yes. V square, since it is V square, so it becomes 5 square, right? So it becomes 11 into 5 square is 25, right? So 25 into 10, which is 250 plus 25, 275 joule is kinetic energy of the body, right? 275 joule. Option A is the right answer. Question 39. Which of the following is a reducible fraction? A reducible fraction is a fraction, so which can be reduced into its smaller fraction, right? So that means, for example, 2 by 4, right? Since both the numbers are 2 and 4 are divisible by 2, so I can write it as 1 by 2. 2 by 4 can be written as 1 by 2, right? So when the numerator and denominators are divided by the same number, you will get the reduced fraction of 2 by 4, which is 1 by 2, right? So such fractions are called reducible fractions, right? Reducible fractions. So fraction obtained by dividing both numerator and denominator by the same number, right? So here 91 and 91 by 15, right? A fraction 91 by 15. So here students, 91 and 15 cannot be divisible by the same number, right? So since 15 can be, it is divisible by 3 and 5, right? So 91 cannot be divisible by 3 and 5, right? Therefore, it is not a reducible fraction, right? Whereas 79 by 26, so 26 can be divisible by 2, right? So 13, right? Such numbers. Whereas 79 is a prime number. Am I right? 79 a prime number which cannot be divisible by the numbers like 2 and 13, right? So it is divisible by only by 1 and the number itself, right? Right? So this cannot be a reducible fraction. So when it comes to 105 by 112, so 105 can be so divided by 7, right? And also 112 by 7. So both the numbers are divisible by same number. So 7 into 1, 7 into 5. So 7 into 15 is 105. Therefore, 105 is when it is divided by 7, we will get 15. Whereas the denominator, when it is divided by 7, so 7 into 16, right? So you will get 16. So it is a reduced fraction. Reduced fraction of the given fraction, right? Therefore, a reducible fraction is 105 by 112. Option C is the right answer, right? So that means when both the numerators and denominator, right, when they are divisible by same number, right? Therefore, you will get 15 by 16, a reduced fraction. Whereas the last option is 41 by 17. Since 17 is a prime number, so you cannot go for the numbers other than 1 and 17. Whereas 41 cannot be divisible by 17, right? Therefore, so this is non-reducible fraction, right? Only option C is a reducible fraction. Question number 40. 2/3 of a milk water mixture was milk. There was 21 liters of the mixture. If 4 liters of water is added to it, then find the percentage of milk in the new mixture. So students, so there was 21 liters of the mixture. So we'll consider the first mixture, right? So which has 21 liters. Right, the volume of the mixture is 21 liter, in which 2/3 of the mixture was milk, right? So we'll consider 2/3 mixture, 2/3 for example. So the volume of milk is 2/3 of 21 liter, right? And the remaining part is water, right? If 4 liters of water is added to this, so we'll consider the new mixture. So its volume becomes 21 plus 4 liters, right? So which is 25 liters. So in which find the percentage of milk in the new mixture, right? So for that, we have to find the volume of milk in the old mixture, right? So we'll consider old mixture, volume of milk is equal to, so 2/3 of the whole mixture is milk, right? That means out of 3, 2 part is milk part, right? Therefore, out of 21 liters, right? So into 21 gives, so 3 into 7 is 21, 7 into 2 is 14 liters. Therefore, volume of milk present in old mixture is 14 liters, right? So which is equal to 14 liters. Right? So when 4 liters of water is added to this in the new mixture, so volume of milk becomes same, 14 liter. And water becomes remaining, right? So which is 11 liters. Then find the percentage of milk in the new mixture, right? So that means, so out of 25 liters, volume of milk present here is 14 liters. Therefore, for every 100 gives the percentage of milk. Therefore, in the new mixture, percentage of milk present, milk is equal to, so out of total volume, right? Volume of milk is so and so. Therefore, for 100 into 100, right? So volume of milk in new mixture is how much? 14 liter, which is same as the old mixture. So out of total volume, it is 25 liter because 4 liter of water is added, right, to the new mixture. Therefore, for 100. So 25 into 4 is 100. So 14 into 4 is 56%, right? So in the new mixture, 56% is of milk. 56% is of milk, right? That means 14 liter is 56% of 25 liter, right? So option B is the right answer. Students, if you want to practice such questions from this paper, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. You can also download our app. The link is given in the description box. Question 41. Choose the correct water image of the problem figure. So here is the problem figure, right? So it's water image means it's inverted image, right? Inverted image or upside down image. Inverted image or upside down. So which means all upper part will be appeared as lower part, right, of the problem figure, or lower part of the problem figure will be appeared as upper part of the problem figure, right, in the image. So here, so in the problem figure, right, so here is a curved part, right? So in the water image of the problem figure, so we'll consider the water image, right? Right? So in the water image, so this part, right, which I am showing now, this is upper part, right? So this will become the lower part, right? And other end is the lower part in the problem figure, right, which I am showing now. So this becomes upper part in the image. Therefore, so this curved line looks like this, right? It looks like this. And so coming to the arrow part, right? So this arrow is facing down, right? So in the image, it faces up, and this position of the arrow is upwards, right? Position of the arrow. So we'll focus on arrow, right? Its position. So position is up in the problem figure. So in the image, its position becomes down, and it is facing down in the problem figure. So it is facing down in the problem figure. So it faces up, right? Arrow faces up. Therefore, so position will be down and its direction will be up diagonally, right? And the upper and lower part will be like this. And another arrow which is down, right, and facing up. Position is down and facing up in the problem figure. So in the image, it faces down and its position will be up, right? So this is called inverted image. Inverted image or upside down, right? So look at the options here. So in option C, right? So option C is water image of the problem figure, right? Inverted image of the problem figure. Hence, so option D is the right answer. Question 42. The Dada Saheb Phalke Award is awarded for significant public achievement in which field? So students, Dada Saheb Phalke Award is the most prestigious award in the field of cinema, right? In the field of cinema. Therefore, option A is the right answer, right? So it is for significant public achievement in film field or cinema field, right? Dada Saheb Phalke is known as father of Indian cinema. So Dada Saheb Phalke is known as the father of Indian cinema. Indian cinema. Because he introduced the beauty of cinematic experience in India. The first recipient of Dadasaheb Phalke Award was Devika Rani, right? So first recipient was Devika Rani, an actress. Devika Rani. So who received the award in 1969. So 1969. So she is also known as the first lady of Indian cinema, right? So first lady of Indian cinema. Indian cinema. Therefore, so Dada Saheb Phalke Award is awarded for the significant public achievement in films field or cinema field, right? Whereas in the remaining fields in literature, so Jnanpith Award in India, it is Jnanpith Award is the most prestigious award. So whereas in journalism, it is Pulitzer Award, right? So Pulitzer Award. In India, it is Ramnath Goenka Award, right? So in sports, it is Olympics, right? Olympics. Therefore, so for the given question, option A is the right answer. Question 43. The value of the given expression is. So in order to solve this, we are following BODMAS rule. So according to which, let us remove the bracket part, right? So brackets should be removed. Therefore, so the order of removing brackets will be, so first we need to remove the parenthesis, right? So parenthesis or open bracket. Parenthesis or open bracket should be removed. So following the flower bracket, right? So next it has to be the square bracket, right? So let us go for that. So here square bracket will be as it is, right? So after removing the bracket, we have to go for off part. There is no off part like percentage or square root or cube root or square part or cube part in this question. No need to go for off part, right? After removing. So next comes division. There is no division part. So, right? So, and also multiplication part. So addition part is there. So after removing the bracket part, we have to go for addition followed by subtraction, right? So let us remove the bracket part now, right? So minus 261. Let us remove the parenthesis, right? This open bracket. So plus of minus 380 is minus 380. So that one bracket is removed. So next minus of minus 521 is plus 521. Plus 821 will be as it is. Minus of minus 121 is plus 121. Close the bracket, right? It's very simple answer. So directly we can add three numbers here, right? So minus 261 minus 388, right? So add all the negative numbers, all negative numbers, minus 261 minus 380 is, it is, so 1, 8 plus 6, 14. And yes, minus 641, right? With negative sign. Plus add all positive numbers here. So 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3. And 2, 2, 2, 6. And 8 plus 1, 9 plus 15, which is 9 plus 5, 14. Right? So directly, yes, subtract 641 from 1463. It's very easy. 3 minus 1, then 6 minus 4 is 2, and 14 minus 6 is 8, right? So 822 is the direct answer, right? Therefore, option C is the right answer, right? Here, should keep in your mind that the order of removing bracket should be in this order, right? First, remove the parenthesis or open bracket, followed by flower bracket, which is followed by square bracket, right? Option C is the right answer. Question 44. The resistance of a conductor is inversely proportional to. So what is resistance, students? Resistance is the measure of the opposition to the flow of current, right? So opposition to the flow of current. So its measure is called resistance, right? So it is measured in ohms. So it is measured in ohms. Right? So which is named after scientist George Simon Ohm, who discovered the relation between voltage, current, and resistance. So George Simon Ohm. So who discovered the relation between voltage, current, and resistance. Right? Therefore, resistance is given as rho L by A. Right? So this symbol is rho. Right? Where rho is called resistivity. Right? Therefore, resistance of a conductor, it may be a small wire, right? Resistance of a conductor, it is directly proportional to length of the conductor, right? And it is inversely proportional to area of cross section of the conductor, right? Inversely proportional to, here A is area of cross section. Area of cross section of the conductor. So more the area of the conductor, less will be the resistance, right? And it is directly proportional to length, right? So that means length of the conductor is more, length of conductor, right? So if the length of the conductor is more, so resistance of the conductor is also more, right? Therefore, so here what is question? Resistance of the conductor is inversely proportional to area of cross section of the conductor. Option C is the right answer. Question 45. Which of the following is essential for the synthesis of thyroxine? So what is thyroxine, students? So here, so it is produced in the gland which is thyroid gland, right? Thyroid gland. Right? Thyroid gland, it is an endocrine gland which is located in the neck region. Right? So which is in butterfly shape, right? Which is present in our neck region. So it secretes two hormones. So one is thyroxine. So two hormones will be secreted by thyroid gland. One is thyroxine. Another is triiodothyronine. Triiodothyronine. Right? So which target the central nervous system, the cardiovascular system and the skeleton. These two hormones, right? They target our central nervous system, then cardiovascular system and also the skeleton. Thyroxine, it is an inactive form, right? Thyroxine is an inactive form of hormone, right? So, and liver and kidney convert it into an active form, so called triiodothyronine. Right? Iodine and selenium are the most crucial micronutrients which are important for the production of thyroid hormones. So iodine and selenium. These are the important micronutrients, right? So important micronutrients which are important for the production of thyroid hormones, which are thyroxine and triiodothyronine. Right? So useful for the production of thyroid hormones. Production of thyroid hormones. Therefore, thyroid hormones. So which are thyroxine and triiodothyronine. Therefore, so which of the following is essential for the synthesis of thyroxine? So iodine, right? Iodine is very important for the synthesis of thyroxine. Option D. Question 46. The girth of the stem or root in plants increases due to. So options are lateral meristem, intercalary meristem, additional meristem, and apical meristem. So here students, in plants, meristematic tissue, so which is a tissue which contains undifferentiated cell, right? And it is present in the region of the plants where growth can take place. So we'll consider meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue which is present in the parts of the plant or region of the plant where growth can take place, right? Where growth takes place. Like tip of the roots, right? And shoots also, right? So here the plant contains three types of meristems, right? So which are apical meristem. So apical meristem, lateral meristem. So second meristem is lateral meristem and intercalary meristem. Third one is intercalary meristem. Right? So here students, apical meristem is responsible for growth of new cells in young seedlings, right? At the tip of roots and shoots forming buds, right? So which is responsible for growth of new cells. For growth of new cells in young seedlings. Right? So mainly at the tip of roots right? And shoots forming buds, roots and shoots. Whereas lateral meristem, right? Second meristem is lateral meristem. It divides and produces girth of stem or roots. So it divides and produces girth of stem or roots, right? Girth of stem or roots. Therefore, the dimension of the stem or the roots, right? So it increases due to lateral meristem, right? Whereas apical meristem, it is for the growth of new cells in young seedlings at the tip of roots. So at the tip of roots, right? Whereas intercalary meristem, it is located at the base of the internode and is capable of cell division, which causes rapid growth of monocots. So here the question is, it is based on the girth of stem or roots in plants increases due to, it is due to which type of meristematic tissue? Lateral meristem, right? So option A is the right answer. Question 47. Consider the given question and decode which of the following statements is sufficient to answer the question. So who among P, Q, R, S and T is lightest in weight? So we need to find the person whose weight is lightest here, right? So based on the given two statements, we'll consider the first one. Q's weight is less than P and S weight, right? So that means P and S weight, right? So are greater than Q's weight. And also S weight is greater than T, right? So S weight is greater than T. So we'll consider that greater than T, right? So P and S weight, Q's weight is less than P and S. Therefore, S greater than Q and also S greater than T. And it is given that R's weight is greater than Q. So R's weight is greater than Q, but less than T. So that means T weighs more than R, right? So here T weighs more than R. More than R. Therefore, T is greater than R, R is greater than Q, according to their weight in decreasing order, right? And S is strictly greater than T, which is given, right? Also, S weight is greater than the T. So, we'll combine these two, right? So, therefore, S weighs more than T and T weighs more than R, right? And R weighs more than Q. R weighs more than Q. Therefore, all the conditions got satisfied where the weight of P and S. So, who weighs more, which is not clearly given, right? Therefore, we'll consider the person P in the beginning, right? They can interchange their positions. So, P can be greater than S or S weighs more than P, right? So, we'll consider S P. So, greater than T, T greater than R greater than Q, right? So, here the question is, who among the following is lightest in weight? Lightest in weight is Q, right? So here the options are statement 2 is alone, statement 2 alone is sufficient while statement 1 alone is insufficient. So here students, so to answer this, we need both the statements, right? Because in statement 1, Q weighs less than P is given, P and S, right? And the remaining person's weight, it is not clearly given. S is strictly greater than T is given. And the weight relation between T and R, it is not given in statement 1. Because, right? Therefore, we need both the statements, right, together to answer the question, right? Both statement 1 and 2 are sufficient to answer. So, who is the lightest person, right? So, lightest in weight. Therefore, option B is the right answer. Question 48. Which of the following metals is stored in kerosene oil? So here platinum, copper, sodium and gold are the options. Sodium is stored in kerosene oil because sodium is a highly reactive metal, right? So highly reactive metal. Highly reactive metal, right? It readily reacts with air to form sodium peroxide. So its reaction to air is like, so sodium, so 2Na. Na is sodium, right, in the solid form. When it reacts with air, right, to form sodium peroxide, Na2O2, right? So this is air, this is sodium. When it reacts with air, it forms sodium peroxide. Right? So when this sodium peroxide absorbs moisture from air, right, and it forms sodium hydroxide. So this sodium peroxide Na2O2, when it absorbs moisture in the sense water, so it forms sodium hydroxide. So plus O2, oxygen. Right? So if you want to balance the equation, 2Na2O2 plus 2H2O gives you 4NaOH, 4 sodium hydroxide plus O2. Right? Therefore, sodium is stored in kerosene because kerosene contains no water. Right? So kerosene contains no water. Right? And it protects sodium from being exposed to moisture. So sodium will be, it doesn't react with kerosene, right? Therefore, option C is the right answer. Question 49. The following table gives the details of the number of students in class 10, section A and B, who had taken the midterm and final examination. The percentage of students in section A is, so round off 1 decimal. So out of total students, percentage of students in section A is, right? So for that, we have to find number of students in section A and B separately based on the given information, right? So it is given that the total number of students who failed in both the exams, right, in section A and B, and total number of students who failed in midterm but passed in finals, right? Based on these informations, let us find number of students in section A and B separately, right? So we'll consider section A and section B here. Section B. Right? So there are two examinations, midterm and finals, right? So we'll represent these informations in the form of Venn diagram, right? So this is midterm result and finals. And this common portion represents those who have passed or failed in both the examination. Therefore, we have two cases. In first case, we'll consider number of student passed and number of students failed in midterm and final examinations, right? So two sets, midterm and finals. Right? So let us consider only section A first. So total number of students who failed in both examinations are 28 students. So we'll consider failed diagram here. There are 28 students who failed in both the examinations. Therefore, so in common region, right? So intersection region, right? So we have to take 28. Total number of students who failed in midterm but passed in finals. Who failed in midterm are 14 students. We'll consider 14 students here. But passed in finals are 14 students. So the same number should be taken in passed finals part, right? And next, total number of students who passed in midterm but failed in finals. So in midterm, 6 students were passed and 6 students were failed in finals. Right? And total number of students who passed in both the exams are 64. So we have to consider 64 students in common region, right? Therefore, in section A, total students in section A are these passed students, right? 64 plus 6 plus 14, right? Plus 14 plus Those who have failed in both the examinations, right? So 28. Here, failed students are 28. Right? And the remaining 14 and 6 are those who have passed in one of the examinations. Right? In both the examinations, 28 students failed. Plus, in both the examinations, those who have passed are 64. And in one of the examinations, those who have passed are 14 and 6. Right? Therefore, the total students in section A are 64 plus 670 plus 1484, 84 plus 28 is 112. There are 112 students in section A. Now let us consider section B. Right? So, based on the given information, so here we'll consider two Venn diagrams. Right? So, those who have passed in midterm and finals and those who have failed. Those who have failed. So for this also we'll consider one more diagram, right? So the first set represents midterm and the second is finals. Midterm and finals, right? First one, total students who failed in both the examinations are 23. So we have to consider the number 23 here. Those who have failed in both the examinations. And who failed in midterm but passed in finals. Failed in midterm, passed in finals are 12. So in midterm, failed, we have to take 12. And final, passed, we have to take 12. Right? And those who are passed in midterm are 17. And those who have failed in finals are also 17. And those who passed in both the examinations are 55. So 55 students passed in both the examinations. Therefore, total students are, so totally passed students and completely failed students. Totally passed means at least in one of the subjects. 17 plus in both the subjects, which are, they are 55 plus 12 students plus failed students are 23, right? So in which failed students are 23. Otherwise, you can take the second Venn diagram also, right? So consider all failed students 12 plus 23 plus 17 and those who have passed in both the examinations plus 55. Both are same, right? You will get the same answer. Now, yes. So totally you will get 29 plus 23, which is 52. 52 plus 55. 29 plus 23, 52 plus 55, 107 students, right, are from section B, right? So totally how many students are there? So total students are, so 112 plus 107, which is 219 students, right? Total student. Here the question is the percentage of students in section A. So percentage of students in section A means, in section A means, so out of total students, so what percentage of students are there in section A, right? Therefore, so students in section A divided by total students into 100. That means out of these many students, which are 219, am I right? 219, right? So how many students are from section A? 112, right? 112 are from section A. Therefore, out of 100 students, that gives percentage of students. So you will get 11,200 by 219, which is approximately equal to 51.4, right? So approximate round off to one decimal. So 51.4% of the total students, right? 51.4%, more than 50% of the students are from section A, right? Of class 10. Therefore, option B is the right answer. Question number 50. Which Indian chief minister's father was a Maharaja? So here options are Chandrababu Naidu, Devendra Fadnavis, K. Chandrasekhar Rao, and Amarinder Singh. So here students, Captain Amarinder Singh, right? So option D is the right answer, right? So his father was a Maharaja. So Captain Amarinder Singh is the son of the last Maharaja of the princely state of Patiala. So he was the son of the last Maharaja. The last Maharaja of princely state of Patiala. Patiala, which is in Punjab, right? So he is currently serving as 26th Chief Minister of Punjab. So 26th Chief Minister of Punjab. And he belongs to Indian National Congress. So Indian National Congress, and also served in the Indian Army. So served in Indian Army from 63 to 66. Served in Indian Army from 1963 to 66. Therefore, here for the given question, so Captain Amarinder Singh's father was a Maharaja, right? Option D is the right answer. Students, if you want to practice such questions from this paper, and if you want to practice many more entrance exam question papers also, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. You can also download our app. The link is given in the description box. Question 51. Which eminent Hindi writer was chosen for the Vyasa Samman 2017 award for her work Dukham Sukham? So here students, Vyasa Samman award, right? It's a prestigious award in the field of literature, right? So in the field of literature, it's a prestigious award. It was awarded first in 1991, right? So awarded first in 1991. Right? So here among four options, Namita Gokhale, Meena Kandasamy, and Jhampa Lahiri, and Mamta Kalia. So Mamta Kalia won Vyasa Samman 2017 award for her book Dukham Sukham, right? Option D is the right answer, right? Option D. Question 52. The two sides holding the right angle in a right angle triangle are 3 centimeter and 4 centimeter long. The area of its circumcircle will be. So here is a right angle triangle. So two sides of which holding a right angle. So right angle is formed here, right? So two sides of the right angle are 3 centimeter and 4 centimeter, right? So area of its circumcircle. So here, in case of a right angle triangle, so center of its circumcircle lies on its hypotenuse, right? So we just take this point in a right angle triangle, right? So center of the circumcircle lies on its hypotenuse. Here we need area of the circumcircle. So for area of any circle, we need radius, right? So let us consider O as a center of the circumcircle, right? OA be the radius of the circumcircle. So in order to find the radius of the circumcircle, we need hypotenuse, right? So secondly, we need a radius of the circumcircle, right? To find radius, we need hypotenuse. How to find hypotenuse of the right angle triangle here? So using Pythagoras theorem, right? So by Pythagoras theorem, so let the triangle be ABC, right? So AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square. BC square. So AC square is 4 square plus BC square is 3 square. So 16 plus 9 is 25. Therefore, AB is root of 25, which is 5 centimeter. Therefore, hypotenuse of the right angle triangle is 5 centimeter. Therefore, radius R is equal to, so half of AB, right? AB by 2, which is 5 by 2, which is 2.5 centimeter. We need area of the circle, right? Area of circle. Area of a circle is pi into r square, which is equal to pi into 2.5 the whole square. So here 25 the whole square is 625. Therefore 2.5 square is, so 6.25, right? Into pi, unit is centimeter square. 6.25 into pi centimeter square is area of the circle, right? Therefore, option D is the right answer. Question 53. Who won the 2017 Hridaynath Mangeshkar Award? So here student, Hridaynath Mangeshkar Award is the prestigious award started in 2011 by Hridayesh Art in honor of music composer and singer Hridaynath Mangeshkar. So it started in 2011. Started in 2011 in honor of music composer and singer also, Hridaynath Mangeshkar. Right? So in 2017, Javed Akhtar won this award, right? Therefore, so option A is the right answer, right? So Javed Akhtar won this award in 2017, right? Or option A is the right answer. Question number 54. To convert temperature from Celsius to Kelvin scale, you must. So options are multiply the given temperature by 273, add 273 to the given temperature, divide the temperature by 273 and subtract 273 from the given temperature. So to convert temperature from Celsius to Kelvin scale, you have to add 273 to the given temperature. Since 0 degree Celsius is equal to 273 Kelvin. Right? So 0 degree Celsius is equal to 273 in Kelvin. So 1 degree Celsius becomes, so 1 plus 273 Kelvin, which is 274 Kelvin. Right? So similarly, for any value, so in terms of Celsius, 10 degrees Celsius is equal to 10 plus 273. Right? Therefore, so in order to convert from Celsius to Kelvin, you have to add 273. Right? Add 273. Therefore, option B, add 273 to the given temperature. Option B is the right answer. Question 55. A body of mass 2 kg is thrown upward with an initial velocity 20 meter per second. After 2 seconds, its kinetic energy will be. Here, acceleration due to gravity G is given as 10 meter per second squared. Right? So students, to solve this question, to solve this problem, we are using Newton's first law of motion. Right? So Newton's first law of motion. First law of motion. Right? So here, according to Newton's first law of motion, so an external energy is needed to move a body of mass m, right? So for example, we'll consider a mass, right? A body of mass m. In order to move this body, an external energy should be applied. Energy should be applied on the body, right? So from one point to another point, if you want to, in order to move one body of mass m, an external energy is needed, right? So if u is the initial velocity of the body, and v is the final velocity of the body. Final velocity of the body. So because of change in the velocity, body has got some acceleration. Acceleration. Right? So the relation between these terms, initial velocity, final velocity, and acceleration is v is equal to u plus at. So its final velocity, right? Final velocity of the body is its initial velocity u plus acceleration into the time in which it has got, or the body has got displaced from one place to another place, right? Therefore v is equal to u plus at. So in this condition, right, so in the given condition, body of mass 2 kg is thrown upward, right? It is not thrown downward or sideways. The body is thrown upwards, means so in the opposite direction of the gravity. Therefore, so acceleration is taken as, so opposite of acceleration due to gravity, which is minus g, right? So in place of acceleration, we have to consider acceleration due to gravity with negative sign, since the body is thrown upwards, thrown upwards. Therefore, final velocity v is taken as initial velocity u minus g into t. Right? Here the question is, what is its kinetic energy will be? So to find kinetic energy of a body, we use the formula half mv square, right? Kinetic energy of the body is equal to, so the energy applied on a body or energy got by the body due to its motion is called kinetic energy, right? Half mv square is kinetic energy, right? So in this case, v is the final velocity of the body, right? Therefore, to find kinetic energy, we need value of final velocity, right? So here v is equal to, so here u, what is initial velocity? So body of mass 2 kg is thrown upwards with an initial velocity 20 meter per second. So initial velocity is 20 meters per second minus g into t. So acceleration due to gravity is 10 into, so after 2 second kinetic energy will be, so the time duration is 2. Therefore 20 minus 20 is equal to 0 meter per second. So final velocity of the body is, so after 2 seconds, final velocity of the body is 0 meter per second. That means body has not got any velocity, means body is at rest. Body is at rest, right? That means at first the body was thrown up. That means the body was thrown upward. After 2 seconds, body came to rest. Body came to rest, not particularly on the ground, somewhere, right? So here final velocity is 0. Therefore, kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. So mass of the body is 2 kg. Mass of the body is 2 kg into velocity is 0. Therefore, the whole value of kinetic energy is 0. So body has not got any energy, kinetic energy. That means body is at rest. Right? Therefore, kinetic energy of the body is 0 joules. Option B is the right answer. Question 56. Select the odd figure out of the following figure services. So here are 5 figures. So in which figure A, right? So which has 3 lines. Right? So first figure, so which is nothing but the letter A has 3 lines. So even letter F has 3 lines. Letter I also has 3 lines. So Z has 1, 2, 3 lines, whereas L has only 2 lines, right? So here odd figure out is L, so which is fifth figure. So option D is the right answer. Question 57. If the number 1 on the clock is replaced by the letter M, number 2 is replaced by N, and so on, then when the time is 21, right, the R hand will be at dash letter. So here number 1 on the clock is replaced by M. So that means, so 1 is here, it is replaced by M, and number 2 is replaced by N. Number 3 is the next letter to N is O. Next, number 4 will be replaced by P. Then Q. Number 6 will be R. Then S, T, right? So U, V, then W and X, right? So here when the time is 21, so 21 means, so 12 plus 9, right? 12 plus 9, so which is 9 p.m. When the time is 9 p.m., so the time shows our hand of the clock will be at dash letter. Our hand will be at U, right? So it is 9 p.m. Therefore, our hand will be at letter U. Option C is the right answer. Question 58. Find the missing term in the letter series. So here is the first letter cluster BGL, right? So we'll consider BGL like this, right? So in the second letter cluster DIN, here the relation between first two letters is, so after B we have one letter which is C, right? Therefore we can write B plus 1 as D. B plus 1, right? So we have one letter between B and D, so which is C, right? And consider the second letters into letter clusters. So G, after G, H, there is one letter between the corresponding second letters, right? So after L, there is one letter which is M, right? So to find next letter cluster, so we have to write one letter between D and the first letter of the next cluster, right? So after D, E, therefore, first letter of the third cluster will be F, right? So after I, J is the middle letter and the second letter of the third cluster is K. And the next N, after that O, therefore P will be the third letter in the third cluster. Therefore, third letter cluster will be FKP. FKP. To verify this, we'll consider the last cluster. So HMR, right? So F, between F and H, there is a letter G. Between K and M, there is a letter L. Between P and R, there is a letter Q. Therefore, so our answer is verified. Therefore, third cluster is FKP. Option A is the right answer. Question 59. Sharan and Mayuk working together and they can complete the task in 18 days. However, Mayuk works alone and leaves after completing 1/3 of the task. Then Sharan takes over the task and completes the remaining work by himself. As a result, the duo could complete the task in 40 days. How many days would Sharan alone have taken to do the job if Mayuk had worked faster than Sharan, right? In order to solve this question, students, we are using the concept of work. So, which is efficiency into time. Work is equal to efficiency into time. Efficiency is nothing but capacity, right? Capacity into time. Here we need to find number of days taken by Sharan, right, to complete the job if Mayuk's capacity is faster than Sharan, right? So it is given that if they work together, they can complete the task in 18 days, right? So here are two cases. In one case, their capacities are same, right? And in another case, Mayuk's capacity is greater than Sharan, right? So we'll consider their capacities, right? So where Mayuk's capacity is equal to Sharan's capacity, and in another case, Mayuk's capacity is greater than Sharan's capacity. Right? So together they can complete the task in 18 days. So let the task be W, or task or work to be completed is equal to W, right? And their efficiencies. So we'll consider their efficiencies or their capacity, right? So they together they take 18 days. Therefore, the total work W is equal to, so sum of their capacities, right? So their capacities be S and M, right? So their capacities, for our better understanding, we'll consider be S and M, right? So Sharon's capacity be S, Mayuk's capacity be M, right? So here, so total work W is equal to sum of their capacities, right? Or sum of their efficiency into time. That means they take 18 days. Total work is S plus M into 18, right? If Mayuk's capacity is equal to Sharon's capacity, if their capacities are equal, right? Individually, they take 36 days of time, right? So, time taken by them, taken by each of them to complete the task, alone, individually to complete the task. So they take 36 days of time, right? If their capacities are equal, for example, W is equal to S plus, right? So M, that means M's capacity is also equal to S, right? So it becomes 2S into 18. Therefore, so S into 36. So to complete the whole task, S takes 36. So S means his efficiency or his capacity, into 36 means time taken by him, right? So if S is equal to M, so in place of S, if we write M, it becomes M plus M into 18. That means M into 36. So individually or alone, they take 36 days of time to complete the whole task if their capacities are equal. If Mayuk's capacity is greater than Sharon, it is given that Mayuk had worked faster than Sharon, means his capacity is greater than Sharon, right? So if his capacity is greater means he takes less time, right? So Mayuk takes less than 36 days. If their capacities are equal, so individually they take 36 days of time to complete the task alone. If Mayuk's capacity is greater means he takes less than 36 days, right? So fast, he completes the task faster, right? So that means Sharon takes greater than 36 days, more than, right? So more than 36 days, more than 36 days. Right? What is the question here? How many days would Sharon alone have taken to do the job? Right? If Mayuk has more capacity than Sharon, right? So Sharon takes more than 36 days, which is very important here, right? To assume the answer, so it is very important. So here, among four options, we can cancel option B and D, obviously. So which are less than 36 days, right? So between option A and C, so we can take option A, which is greater than 36, right? So option C is 72. Ideally, it is not possible. Ideally, right? Sharon cannot take 72 days of time, right, which is double his capacity, right? And that means very less capacity, double the previous time, right? So previously time taken by him. So ideally it is not possible. Ideally it is not possible, right? So if he takes 72 days of time means, so if their capacities are equal, they would take 36 days of time, right? So double the days means very negligible capacity, it means, which is not possible. Therefore we have to take 45 days here, right? So option A is the right answer. Question number 60. Decide which of the conclusions logically follows from the information given in the statement. So here is the statement. Politicians marry only beautiful girls. X is a beautiful girl. Right? So here conclusions are X will marry a politician. X won't marry a politician. These two are conclusions. Right? X will marry a politician. So this can be true or cannot be true. Right? If X marries a politician, right? X is a beautiful girl, right? All beautiful girls cannot marry politician, right? But politicians marry only beautiful girls, right? So it's vice versa is not true. All beautiful girls will not marry politicians, right? Therefore, here X will marry a politician means, right? If it is true, second one, X won't marry a politician is false, right? If X will marry a politician is false, for example, right? X won't marry a politician will be true. X will marry a politician if it is false means X won't marry a politician, right? Therefore, either one or two follows. Any one can be, that means considered here, right? So, here X will marry a politician, which is the reverse, vice versa is not true, right? So X is a beautiful girl. So all beautiful girls cannot marry a politician, right? So the reason is all beautiful girls cannot marry a politician. Therefore, which is false. And X won't marry a politician. So since politicians marry only beautiful girls, right? So this X, right? So this girl, it's her choice, right? So it is individual choice. She can marry or cannot marry, right? So individual choice. Therefore, we can conclude that either one or two follows, right? So if one follows, if one is true, another is false. If one is false, another is true. Therefore, option C is the right answer. Students, if you want to practice such questions from this paper, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. www.examsnet.com. You can also download our app. The link is given in the description box. Question 61. 3/5 of my current age is same as 5/6 of that of my cousins. So my age 10 years ago will be his age 4 years hence. My current age is dash years. So let us assume my current age as X years, right? So current age as X years, right? So 3/5 of my current age. So 3/5 of my current age is 3/5 of X is same as 5/6 of that of my cousins. So cousins age be Y years, right? So cousins age be Y years, right? So 3/5 of my current age is equal to 5/6 of that of one of my cousins, 5/6 of Y. Right? My age 10 years ago will be, so 10 years ago, my age was present age minus 10 years, right? So my age 10 years ago will be his age 4 years hence. So 4 years hence means 4 years after, right? So 4 years after, so cousin's age will be Y plus 4, right? So it is given that my age 10 years ago. So X minus 10 will be his age 4 years hence. X minus 10 is equal to Y plus 4, right? My current age in X years. So my current age means we need to find the value of X here, right? So we'll consider this relation 3/5 of my age. So we'll express Y in terms of X, right? So here Y is equal to 3 into 6 divided by 5 into 5 of X. So which is 18X by 25 is Y, right? So coming to this equation, X minus 10 is equal to Y plus 4. So here X minus Y can be written as 14. Right? So we'll express Y in terms of X. So Y is 18X by 25 because finally we are going to find value of X, right? So it is better to express another unknown term which is Y in terms of X, right? So is equal to 14. Since 25 is LCM, numerator becomes 25x minus 18x, right? Which is equal to 14. 25 minus 18 is 7. X is equal to 14 into 25. Therefore, value of x is 14 into 25 by 7, right? So 7 into 2 is 14. So 2 into 25 is 50, right? Value of x is 50. So which is my current age, right? So value of x is 50 years, right? My current age is 50 years. Option D is the right answer. Question 62. Food is related to refrigerator in the same way as clothes is related to. So here students, so food is kept in refrigerator in order to prevent spoiling, right? So to prevent spoiling, food is kept in refrigerator to prevent spoiling or to keep it fresh, right? To keep it fresh. To keep it fresh, food is kept in refrigerator. Similarly, clothes are kept inside a closet, right? So option B is the right answer, right? From dust and damage, clothes are kept in closet, right? From dust and damage. So clothes is related to closet. Option B is the right answer. Question 63. Which of the following never occurs singly in nature? So options are inertia, force, momentum, and velocity. So when it comes to inertia, so it's a state of a body, right? So state of a single body or property of a single body. State of a body by virtue of which the body opposes the change in its initial state of rest or motion with uniform speed on a straight line, right? So state of a body, so which opposes its state of rest. Sorry, it's yes, state of rest or motion. When it is moving in a uniform motion, so it opposes its state of motion, then its property or its state is called inertial state. So it is state of a single body, right? Here the question is, which of the following never occurs singly in nature? So inertia occurs singly, right? Whereas force, so force is nothing but mutual interaction between two bodies, right? So there should be two bodies in order to experience the forces, right? So between mutual interaction between two bodies. Therefore, force doesn't occur singly in nature. There should be at least two bodies so in order to experience the force, right? So mutual interaction between two bodies, hence it never occurs singly in nature, right? So this is the on the basis of Newton's third law. So for every action, there is always an equal and opposite reaction, right? So if one body exerts some force, so A and B be two bodies, right? One body exerts some force, which means the other body in turn exerts same amount of force on the first body, right? Therefore, so the third law of motion, we can experience the force, right? Therefore, there should be at least two bodies in order to experience the force. So, therefore, force doesn't occur singly in a nature. Whereas the remaining options, momentum. So what is momentum? It is the product of mass and velocity of a single body, right? Momentum P is product of mass and velocity, right, of a body, single body, right? So it is the amount of motion contained in a body, right? Whereas velocity, so it is displacement of an object in unit time interval, right? Velocity V is equal to displacement d by time. So if a body is moving, right, and the body is displaced, for example, from one place to another place, it has traveled 10 meters in 2 seconds. Therefore, its velocity is 10 by 2, so which is 5 meter per second. So it is related to a single body, right? Therefore, it exists singly in nature, Velocity exists singly in nature. Even momentum also exists, whereas force doesn't exist singly. Option B is the right answer. Question 64. Which of the numbers given below is non-rational? So non-rational numbers are the numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q, right? So cannot be expressed in P by Q format. P by Q format, right? Where Q not equal to 0. Q not equal to 0. So such numbers are, so the numbers which can be expressed in the form of P by Q are rational numbers, right? So the numbers which cannot be expressed in P by Q format are not rational numbers or irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. Right? Therefore, so among 4 options, so which of the given options doesn't, that means it is not rational number, so which cannot be expressed in terms of P by Q format, right? Here the first number is square root of 64, so which is nothing but 8. Root of 64 is 8. 8 can be written as 8 by 1, right? Where 1 not equal to 0, so which is in the form of P by Q. Q not equal to 0. Therefore, root 64 is a rational number. It's a rational number. So which can be written in the form of P by Q, right? So whereas cube root of 64, so which is nothing but 4. 4 into 4 into 4 is 64, right? If a cube root of 64 is 4, so this can be written as 4 by 1, right? So which is P by Q. Again a rational number. Whereas cube root of 8 is nothing but 2. 2 into 2 into 2 is 8, hence cube root of it is 2. Can be written as 2 by 1, again in the form of P by Q. This can be written in the form of P by Q format, again a rational number. Whereas square root of 8, it is not completely a square number, right? 8 is not a square number, so its root is 2.828427 and it continues infinitely, right? Non-recurring and infinite. Therefore, so this number 2.828 something cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q, right? So cannot be written in P by Q format. In P by Q format. Hence, root of 8 is a not rational number or irrational number. Irrational. Right? Therefore, option D is the answer. Question 65. Which of the following gases is not generated in biogas plant? So here, what is biogas plant or biogas? So the organic matter breakdown to produce the mixture of different gases is called biogas. Biogas is, it's an organic matter. Organic matter breakdown to produce the mixture of different gas. The mixture of different gases called biogas, right? So the plant where biogas produced is called biogas plant, right? So here biogas, it's a renewable source of energy. So it's a renewable source of energy. Source of energy. So it can be produced from raw materials like agricultural waste, manure, municipal waste, plant waste, etc. Right? So, and biogas produces biogas such as methane. It produces methane in the biogas plant. So methane will be produced CH4, right? Which is methane. And it produces carbon dioxide CO2 and hydrogen sulfide, so which is H2S. H2S is hydrogen sulfide, right? These are the byproducts of biogas plant, right? Even moisture is nothing but H2O. right? Moisture. So siloxanes is nothing but R2SiON. So siloxanes. These are the byproducts of biogas plant, right? So here, which of the following gases is not generated in biogas plant? So here CO, carbon monoxide, right? Carbon monoxide is not generated. Here, students, carbon monoxide, it's a highly toxic in nature, right? Nature of carbon monoxide is highly toxic. Therefore, in biogas plant, it is not produced, right? So it is highly toxic in nature. It combines with hemoglobin present in blood and forms carboxyhemoglobin complex, right? So carbon monoxide, so it combines with hemoglobin in blood. So it forms carboxyhemoglobin complex. Right, so the carboxyhemoglobin complex is more stable than oxyhemoglobin complex. So it prevents hemoglobin from carrying oxygen to different parts of the body. So it prevents hemoglobin, right? So it prevents hemoglobin from carrying oxygen to different parts of the body, right? From carrying oxygen to different parts of the body. Therefore, there will be a shortage of oxygen in different parts of the body, which causes suffocation and ultimately death. Right? Therefore, so here carbon monoxide is not generated in biogas plant. Option A is the right answer. Question 66. Name the Indian Paralympics high jumper who won gold at Rio Paralympics. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 2017. So students, so option C, Mariyappan Thangavelu, right? He won a gold medal in men's high jump T24 category in 2016, right? He won gold medal in 2016, right? So in men's high jump, right? So in T24 category, right? So in the same year, so totally India won 4 medals. So India won 4 medals in Rio Paralympics. India won 4 medals. So 2 gold, 1 silver and 1 bronze. 2 gold, 1 silver and 1 bronze. Right? Therefore, for the given question, Mariyappan Thangavelu won gold medal at the Rio Paralympics, right? So in the year 2016, and he was awarded Padma Shri in 2017. So option C is the right answer. Question 67. Which was the first country to introduce GST in its system? So options are Canada, France, Australia, and Germany. So here the first goods and service tax, GST, so it's a value added tax, right? So first it was introduced, so in the country France, right? Option B is the right answer. So it's this value added tax levied on most goods and services sold for domestic consumption, right? The France was the first nation to implement GST in 1954, it said 1954, right? So this GST, goods and service tax, it's a value added tax. It's a value added tax, right? So levied on most goods and services. Most goods and services sold for domestic consumption. Therefore, option B is the right answer. In India, GST was introduced on 1st July 2017. So if you talk about India, so it was introduced on 1st July 2017. So by Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, right? By passing GST bill in Lok Sabha. So Finance Minister was Arun Jaitley. Minister was Arun Jaitley. Right? So this the tax implement through the 101st Amendment of Constitution of India by the Indian government. So for the given question, France is the country to introduce GST in its system. So it was the first country, right? So option B. Question 68. Chlorine gas is used in the manufacture of baking powder, baking soda, bleaching powder, and washing powder. So chlorine gas is used in the manufacture of bleaching powder. Option C is the right answer. So here, so calcium hypochlorite. So it is called bleaching powder. So it is prepared by passing chlorine gas over dry slaked lime, right? So when chlorine gas plus dry slaked lime. When chlorine gas passes through dry slaked lime, so bleaching powder is formed, right? Bleaching powder is nothing but calcium hypochlorite, right? So along with it, so calcium chloride and water. Right? So the chemical formula, so when calcium, dry slaked lime is nothing but calcium hydroxide, right? So calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice. When chlorine gas is passed through dry slaked lime, Cl2 is chlorine gas, bleaching powder is formed. So which is calcium hypochlorite, right? Calcium hypochlorite means CaClO twice, right? So which is a solid plus calcium chloride. Calcium chloride is nothing but CaCl2 along with it water, right? So if you balance its equation, so 2 times. So 2 CaOH twice plus 2 Cl2 gives you CaClO twice a solid and CaCl2 plus 2 H2O, right? So a liquid. Therefore, here CaClO twice calcium hypochlorite. So bleaching powder is called calcium hypochlorite. Right? So it's a solid. Therefore, option C. So chlorine gas is used in the manufacture of bleaching powder. Question 69. If the atomic number of krypton is 36, then its electronic configuration is. So here students, krypton atomic number is 36. So while writing electronic configuration, let us consider the main shells, right? K, L, M, N, and it continues, right? So here, number of electrons are 36. So 36 represents number of electrons in the outer shells, right? So out of the nucleus, right? So here we all know that inside the nucleus there will be protons and neutrons, and outside the nucleus there will be electrons which are revolving around the nucleus, so in different shells and subshells. And we have shells like K, L, M, and N, right? So K shell has one subshell which is S, L shell has two subshells S and P, and M shell has three shells which are SPD, right? S, P, and D, and N shell has four subshells S, P, D, and F, right? And it continues, right? So here K shell, right? So which is the first shell, so in which maximum of 2 electrons can be possible, which are revolving in that shell, right? Around the nucleus. One is 2, and in the next shell, second shell, which is L, so there can be 2s2, 2p6. In S subshell, so there can be 2 electrons, and P subshell, there can be 6 electrons. Since L shell has, these are shells. L shell has 2 subshells, right? Right? Whereas M shell has 3 subshells. So 3s2, 3p6 and 3d10, right? So D subshell can withstand 10 electrons. You all know that. So totally, so it becomes 2 in first shell. So 2 plus 6, 8 in the second shell, and in the third shell it becomes a 10 plus 6 plus 8, which is 18 in the third shell, right? So in the fourth shell, so totally it becomes 28. So atomic number is 36. We need 8 more electrons to occupy, right? So these 8 more electrons will be occupied in fourth shell, right? Which is 4s2, 4p6, right? So 8 more electrons, or the last 8 electrons, will be occupied in fourth shell. Therefore, electronic configuration will be, so 2 in first shell, K shell, 8 in second shell, 10 in third shell, which is M, and 8 in the last shell, right, which completes all 36 electrons, right? So if atomic number is 36, means number of protons are 36. Protons are 36. So which is equal to number of electrons. In rare cases, it differs. In case of isotopes, it differs. So here it is 36 is equal to number of electrons. Therefore, electronic configuration is 2, 8. Is it 10? 18. It is not 10. It is 18. 2, 8, 18 and 8. Therefore, option B is the right answer. Question number 70. Consider the argument and decide which of the given assumptions is or are implicit. So here the argument is, the best bus travels company has decided to increase its fare by 10%. Right? So here the bus travel company is the best one. Right? So here the assumptions are, so passengers may not opt for other buses costing less than the best bus travels company. And the second assumption is, the demand for the buses by some passengers may remain unchanged even after the fare hike. So students, here, so if one bus company increases its fare, then people will look for other buses with cheap fares. So first assumption is implicit, right? So it is implicit. So people will look for other buses with cheap fares, right? So first one is implicit. When it comes to second one, some people using buses for travel might continue even after the fare increases, right? This assumption by the best bus travels, right? Best is implicit. Otherwise, such an action would lead to excessive financial loss. So assumption 2 is also implicit. Therefore, both 1 and 2 are implicit, right? Option A is the right answer. Question 71. 750 rupees invested for 3 months gave an interest of 18 rupees. What was the simple rate of interest per annum? Students, here the question is based on simple interest concept, right? Simple interest. So I is equal to PTR by 100. So P is the investment, T is time period, and R is rate of interest, right? Here rate of interest per annum is asked, right? So we'll consider the terms. So I is a simple interest, which is given as 750 rupees, and P is investment here, right? So what amount is invested here? Amount, simple interest given was 18 rupees, not 750 rupees. So 750 rupees is the investment, and the time period is the investment, or the investment is for 3 months, right? Here question is asked to find rate of interest per annum. Let us express the period in terms of years. 3 months is nothing but, so 1/4 of a year, right? Or 0.25 years is called 3 months, right? So we need to find R, rate of interest. right? Rate of interest. So consider this formula I is equal to PTR by 100. So I is simple interest is 18 rupees is equal to principal or investment is 750 into time period is 1 by 4 into rate by 100. Right? So therefore, so by cross multiplication, R can be written as 18 into 100 into 4 by 750. Right? So you can cancel a 0 and 180. 18 into 10 is 180 into 4 by 75. Right? So here, so 75. So the can be divisible by 15. Right? So 15 into 575, 15 into 1. Yes, 15 into 2. Right? So 12 into 4 by 5 is rate of interest per annum. So which is 48 by 5. So 5 into 9 is 45. 3 is the remainder. So 9.6% is rate of interest per annum. Right? 9.6% is rate of interest. Option B is the right answer. Question 72, select the odd figure out of the given series. So in the given series, we have 5 figures, right? So the first figure has, so 2 vertical lines and a X and with a dot, right? So it has X and a dot with 2 lines. Even the second figure, B, has 2 lines and X with a dot, right? Same. So the third figure has 2 dots along with X, right? So 2 dots along with X. So which is third figure, whereas fourth figure has, yes, only 1 dot, right? Similar to first and second. So along with the 2 lines, right? So whereas fifth figure also has only 1 dot. So except figure C, the remaining figures have 1 dot and 1 X, right? Therefore, so all the figures 1 dot along with X, along with X. Whereas figure C has 2 dots along with X. Hence, figure C is odd one, right? Option A, right? So option A has figure C. So odd figure out is option A. Question 73. How many triangles are present in the following figure? So look at the figure carefully. If we'll consider one by one. So in this part of the given figure, right? So here is a triangle 1, 2 and the whole triangle. So we have 3 triangles in this part, right? So below which we have a part like this, right? So we can take 2 triangles, right? So below which a part like this, so there are 2 triangles, right? So if we combine these 2 parts, right? So look at this big triangle, right? By combining these 2 parts, we can take one triangle by combining second and third part, right? So consider the below part of the given figure. So inverted triangle. So from which we have 1, 2 and the whole triangle. So 3 triangles can be taken. So when you consider the left side of the figure, right? The triangle facing left side. So from this part also, we can consider 3 triangles. 3 triangles, right? So totally it is 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 3, right? So 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 3. So 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9 plus 1, 10 plus 4 is 14. There are 14 triangles in the given figure. Hence, option C is the right answer. Question 74. Metals react with acids to give. So we'll consider a metal, for example, sodium, right? So sodium is a metal. So reacts with acid. So we'll consider any acid. It may be hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid. So we'll consider HCl, right? Hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. Right? When metals react with acid, so Na plus HCl, so it gives NaCl, a salt. NaCl is a salt, sodium chloride, plus a gas, hydrogen gas. Right? So balance the equation. 2Na plus 2HCl gives you, so 2NaCl plus hydrogen gas. Therefore, when metals react with acids to give salt and hydrogen, a salt and hydrogen. So you can consider any other acid also. So Na plus H2SO4 can also be taken. Right? So Na2SO4 plus hydrogen gas. Alright? So Na2SO4. So sodium sulfate plus hydrogen. So metals react with acid to give salt and hydrogen. So option C is the right answer. Right? Option C. Question 75. If dash is involved, even greater diversity will be generated. Sexual reproduction, binary fission, vegetative propagation, and asexual reproduction. So here students, genetic inheritance, it's a basic principle of genetics, right? So, and it explains how characteristics are passed from one generation to the next generation. Right? So genetic inheritance occurs due to genetic material in the form of DNA. So genetic inheritance, so it is mainly due to the genetic material, which is DNA, so which is passed from parents to their offspring, right? So DNA passes from parents to offspring. That means next generation. Right? So in case of asexual reproduction, so when it comes to asexual reproduction, so that means male and female gametes, right? So for example, sperm and egg, they do not directly involve in the reproduction, right? Asexual reproduction involves the division of one organism into two without any change in the genes. So division of one organism into two, for example, amoeba, right? Amoeba, so it divides, right? For example, so in asexual reproduction, so one organism divides into two without any change in its gene, right? Without any change in its characteristics. So without change in characteristics. Change in characteristics. In asexual reproduction, right? Whereas in sexual reproduction, right? So it involves the fusion of sperm and egg, right? So in sperm and egg fuse, right? So fusion of sperm and egg, which contains a different combination of genes of the parent organism, right? Hence, sexual reproduction provides greater diversity. So it provides greater diversity. That means the offspring, so may or may not contain the same characteristic of the parent, right? Therefore, so the different combination of genes of the parent organism, right? It involves different combination of genes. Therefore, so sexual reproduction provides a greater diversity. Therefore, option A is the right answer, right? So if sexual reproduction is involved, even greater diversity will be generated. Option A is the right answer. With this, I am completing this paper, students. If you want to practice all the questions from this paper, and if you want to practice many more entrance exam question papers, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. www.examsnet.com. You can also download our app. The link is given in the description box. I wish you all the very best for your future examinations.